Looks like we're live. What's up, guys? Just gonna hang out for a little bit. Say what's up to everybody. Didn't do any Doordashing today, so I figured I would get on here and do a little quick Starlink broadcast. You know, just flexing the Starlink muscles here. So let some people show up. Hopefully we're live. All right. Hopefully we'll get out. What's up, Jaden? How's it going? Welcome in. Looks like we got a couple people here, so that's what's up. Got a couple people here. Tom is here. Let me do something with this this thing here. I hate to start I don't know if I can do it. Whatever. I hate to start the thing off like having to make adjustments already, but let's see if I can do this. Was just thinking about me. All right, that's good. I don't know. Hopefully it was good though. Tia Nina 1 is in the house. What's up? Welcome in, Tia Nina 1. How's it going? Hey, y'all. Figured I'd give you guys a little opportunity to come in and hang out today. You're psychic. Sometimes I wonder about myself. I don't think I'm psychic though. No, but I do think about things sometimes, and then something happens. You know, probably everybody has that experience to some degree. What's up, Mark? How's it going? Welcome in. So I figured we'd just hang out for a little while. I'm in the command center, obviously. I'm not Doordashing today. So I actually got to hang out with my family a lot today. And it was pretty good. Command center, let's go. Matthew Schultz, 24. All right, welcome in. I guess I should ask, it's a little late, but should I ask about the sound and the video? How are we looking? I see the video. Looks like it's okay. But I don't know about the sound. I haven't done a sound check yet. Daddy Daily. That's funny. All good. Nice. All right, cool. So I just give you guys a chance to get on and hang out, and we'll talk for a little bit and just chit chat and just kick the can a little bit, so to speak. Sound is good. Tim Whetstone, welcome in. Mountain Man's in here. MRM Man. Richie from YouTube. Richie J YouTube. What's up, Richie? Reed Jones in the house. Salute, John, with the $2 coming right off the bat. Reed Jones, I appreciate that. That came in fast. The lighting. It's different than in the car. The media looks great. Sounds good. Good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, dude. Let's see. Good evening. How's it been? Pretty good. I didn't work today. Kicks the can. Foot goes boom. Yeah, sometimes it can be painful kicking the can. So shout out to Reed Jones right off the bat for the $2. Thank you very much, Reed Jones. Thanks for the support. What did we do today? Johnny Rockets hung out with my family, hung out with my kids. I do have a story of something that happened today that actually it's odd because I told you guys about a week ago, right? Did some Instacart, hopefully made some money. I'll be waiting for the report to see how much you made, Tim. But a couple weeks ago, I said something about a couple dogs that showed up at our house, right? And and we couldn't get in touch with the owner because they didn't have the numbers on the tag. The phone number wasn't there. Two awesome dogs, by the way. One was a something spaniel. Yeah, Springer Spaniel, maybe, something like that kind of dog. And has someone kidnapped me? No, I don't even think I could say that is the case on YouTube playing around. No, I'm in the back of a van though, so Patty's Pepsi. But anyway, so the dogs showed up. It was a German Shepherd and a Springer Spaniel, and this was last week. And they had the collars for like the shock fence or whatever, like the geo-fenced collars, and but no tags. Yeah, I got the what is it called? The mystery machine. No tags with the numbers, so we could just call the owners of these dogs, right? And they showed up. They were nice dogs. They were really cool. They were obviously a team, and this was when the power had gone out. The power had gone out for like 5 minutes earlier that day. And I figured, you know what, probably the fence went down. The fence went down, and they showed up, you know, they got out, they figured it out. One of them was like, hey, the fence is down. And they're like, okay, let's go for an adventure. My man OG Sean White coming in with the $20. He said, I'm here, back out on a dash. I knew they would call you back out, man. I was telling you earlier, DoorDash will always call you back. Appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for the 20. I hope you go make it back like in spades. Is that the term? I hope you make back a lot more than the 20, man. I think you said you already had a good day. So hopefully it'll be worth the going out. So anyway, I guess I can hang out with you. We can hang out with me while you're on the dash. So yeah, we'll hang out and you can make some money. Coffee Mama is in the house. What's up? Good evening. Was thinking about you and your family. Yep, I appreciate it. I figured. Already made it back. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, Sean is the man, guys, and he has a channel, so you should go check it out. He's got a pretty cool channel. He was on. Oops, I gotta turn this down. He was on live earlier. Oh no, I knocked it all over. Oh no, I messed it up. He messed it up. The Driving Daily stream is getting messed up, guys. I gotta fix everything. I was grabbing these so I could do the thing, but anyway, Sean was on a live earlier. I got to catch that. I think he had to do some other kind of streaming. I'm not sure. Jason, welcome in, man. Good to see you. I was on your live the other day when you were driving up to, I think, to see Kevin or something. And I knew when you were going through I was like, we're gonna hang out because he's gonna be back. And you did come back, but then it did drop again. So Prism Live, that's what Sean was on earlier, and it seemed to work. Pretty good. But yeah, it's just a bummer that you can't get on the studio. You know, I can do that on my other channel, and I only have, your phone was overheating. Okay, I've had that happen before, Jason, as well. The phone overheating, and it just freezes. And I've never seen it on the other side. I've never seen what it looks like, but now I guess I know what it looks like. So what I've had to do is had to restart the phone. I've even put it out the window and let it cool down before. I mean, some people have seen this and they've been on the streams when this has happened. And I had to like hold the phone out the window, let it cool down, and sometimes it won't actually begin to charge back up if it's in that overheating mode. And there's like some kind of a safety feature. And you got to trick the safety feature by like turning the phone off. But if you turn the phone off, and at least if you're streaming from, am I good? Okay, we had a little buffering on my end too. But if you're streaming from the cell phone, just from the studio, you could turn the phone off. Are we buffering or what? Or is it my phone? Let me get this one on the Starlink. Are we good, guys? Anyway, if you can hear me, you could turn the phone off, you could restart it, and you can actually re-enter the live stream. You hit the little plus button, it'll say resume or in stream. You can resume, and then you can get back in. And then turning it off will turn that safety feature off so that you can actually charge. And you know, holding it out the window, especially up where you're at, will probably cool that thing down pretty quick. But anyway, you did good. I know you had to end it, but I respect pushing it to the limits, because that's kind of what I do. I've learned everything that I know about streaming, which is not much, but I've learned it by pushing the limits, like doing everything I could possibly do. You're on StreamYard, it's actually hard to end a live stream. Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, I'll say it's hard to end a live stream just in general, right? Because I always want to keep chatting. But yeah, you're probably talking about like the controls. But anyway, yeah, so I've had to restart the phone many times. Looks like Craig's in the house. Looks like Javier, Alex is in the house. Welcome in, guys. You been drinking? No, I don't drink, dude. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I used to. I don't anymore. It's a different lifestyle, but it's pretty good, actually. You have like a lot more energy, and just the The strongest thing I do is coffee and or tea, depending on what kind of tea it is. Usually the coffee is a little bit stronger, but it's pretty much the strongest things I do nowadays. Feeling cold? I mean, I'm warm in the van, but it's cold outside. There's snow everywhere, so yeah. That's some hot tea too, by the way. It's very hot. I just made it. I need to leave the top open. So anyway, like I was saying, Sean was on earlier, so I caught that. Very cool stream. Just chilling. Craig, what's up? Got 45 inches, yeah. Around me, we got like 8 inches everywhere else. And then, and even more in some places. And it was a disaster out towards Charlotte. They actually had a lot of traffic issues. But, you remember that slot that we were in? Remember I was driving. I mean, yesterday we were driving and the snow was coming down, but it was like snowing everywhere else already, a lot more than where we were yesterday. Well, that's the thing. And the gap, right? Yeah, it eventually closed and we did get like 4 or 5, but around us, it's way worse. Like Raleigh got like nothing. Man. I'm probably gonna try to drive out there tomorrow because I'm pretty sure the roads are gonna be good. Like it's snow. It was a light, fluffy snow, and you were clean and hated it. Well, I've accomplished a lot since I've not been doing those kind of things. So I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. But you know, we'll see. I'm not one of those guys that's like I'll never do this or never do that. It's just not the way I think about things. It just doesn't serve me right now. I saw some really bad storm chaser videos. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a guy that was doing what I was doing. He was riding around in the snow. He had like 3,000 people watching. I was like, dang, dude, I need to get like an all-wheel drive vehicle. Like, doing the wrong thing. I had like 200 people. He had like 3,000. I was like, dude, I need to reevaluate my my YouTube model or something. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I had the worst storm chaser video yesterday. The front wheel drive, we were just like cruising it like real slow. Been below zero for quite a while, around a week. Finally warmed up here. Wow. So it could snow today. Great. So it's 15 degrees yesterday. When I was out yesterday, it was 15. D-Man, they get a lot of views. I noticed it yesterday because I saw it. I guess because of what I do and some of the other people that I watch, like Craig and other people I do a lot of, hang out with a lot of people that drive. I guess it, and the weather, you know, it just kind of suggested some of these things to me. And I did notice. I was like, wow, dude, homie's got 3,000 people. That's good. That's awesome. So I'm happy he gets, like, that's really cool, man. But you run the risk doing that. It's a risky thing. Finally get out. Oh, I got that. Try to get the chat back on. Finally got his butt out back. Yeah. I did, dude, but I was hanging out with the family all day. We tried to do snowballs, but like throwing snowballs at each other. My girls wanted to do that, and I did a little bit. I was able to compress it, but it's like really powdery snow, dude. It's just like it just falls apart. But unless you could press it really hard, so I had the best snowballs because it wasn't like that kind of snow that you could really make snowballs out with. But yeah, the coast got hit really hard. Tornado chase videos. Yeah, but I'm not doing a tornado chase, man. Maybe like ride around, if I had an all-wheel drive, ride around the snowstorm, it's a little different than a tornado chase. I mean, tornado chase is sketchy, dude. But I guess that's where you get see, that's why I don't do YouTube for the views. Because we would do some sketchy stuff. Believe it or not, I do all the stuff that I do that like pushes the limits and like whatever is all just stuff I would do anyway. It's just how I am. 21 in 31 minutes. Thank you. 21 in 31 minutes. I don't know what we mean by that. Let me know, Sean. Open your own business. I mean, this is a business, technically speaking, Patty. I mean, it's a sole proprietor, but it's technically YouTube's business, and eBay is also a business. So I kind of have that going a little bit. $21. Oh yeah, $21. That's right. You're right. 22 actually. How much snow did you do? 4 to 5 inches. My friend just went live. Okay. Self-employed, yeah. That's what Dash made. $21.31. Nice. So the $40 an hour on that hour. That's awesome, dude. I think your market hourly cap might be a little higher than mine. And what I mean by that is this, like, we have a theory among the dashers who have done like lots and lots of deliveries, and I know you've heard it before probably, but that maybe the market kind of like has a self-adjusting cap. And I think that mine is around 20, and it sounds like yours might be around 25, maybe. I don't know, but I mean it makes sense because if like up there it's more expensive. 800 fewer as a snow chaser. Yeah, probably would. But yeah, it makes sense because the cost of living, you would need more. Bro, take it to a higher level. I mean, I'm always taking it to a higher level. It seems like. Are you making deliveries tonight? No, I'm not making deliveries tonight. No deliveries tonight. I'll be back trying to get out tomorrow. We'll see. I'll probably get out around noon. I think it's gonna be like 40 degrees, so I should be able to get out, no problem. I could get out today if I wanted to, but I already knew that I was gonna. Oh yeah. So what happened this morning was let me go to my. I need to get on my live stream here. What happened this morning that kind of slowed everything down was these dogs. Remember last week I was telling you guys about the dogs. So they showed up again. The dogs that didn't have the tags, no numbers, where I could call the owners or whatever. And for those who weren't here earlier, it was like a Springer Spaniel and a German Shepherd. Very cool dogs. We do love dogs, Patty. You know that. You know that about me because and the stream. So yeah, but so anyway, they showed up, man. Yeah, same dogs, Craig. Again, right in the snow. Well, after the snow, but cold out, right? It's snowing. And they showed up to my house again. I would almost banned you. I timed you out. I think I did ban you, but I brought you back to life. So you're here with us today. Gave you another chance, man. And then you got me into doing some push-ups and stuff. So that's always good. If anybody could help, you're like my workout buddy now. But anyway, so what's up, Dan? How's it going? So the dogs showed up again. Once again, we don't have the number because remember last time the way we got them taken care of was we had to call the dog police, the local dog people, and they came and got them, animal control of course, and picked them up and got them back to the owner. But we didn't get the details on that. We didn't know the number, the address, like where they came from, none of that stuff, right? So here we are again in the same situation, but there's snow everywhere. So the animal control guy's like, well, I had to stay the night at that. He stayed the night at the animal control place. What's up, Tess? How's it going? In the black book. So we called him. He's like very busy. I guess there was like a buzzard, like in a store nearby here, like inside the store. So he had to go deal with that. And he was like, look, I'm gonna try to get the number for you guys so that you guys can take care of this yourself. So it took 2, 3, 4 hours like for this to happen. I mean, it was a while. And they eventually did contact us back and he got the number. We got the number. And the lady lives right down the street. Right down the street. So then we call her, like, hey, we got the dogs and they're here. Your dogs are here. So they're happy and everything, but it's a little cold outside. Like I couldn't bring them in because I have my dog in there and I have a bunch of kids in there, you know what I mean? What's up, NY? And so I felt bad, man, all day because I was like, dude, it's cold outside. You know what I mean? So, of course, we went out there and hung out with them and stuff throughout the day, kind of calm them down and all the things, right, that you can actually do. And so then she eventually shows up like 30 minutes later after we called her, and she's only like 4 minutes down the road. Whatever. I'll tell you something. If somebody had my dog and they called me, I'm gonna be in the car immediately. I'm gonna be there, like yesterday. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so yeah, now these dogs just kind of love us. Like the German Shepherd dude, like, would never let me leave. Like, every time I was like, okay, I gotta go inside, he would like, he just wouldn't let me like go inside, and he would like rub it back on his back and let you like rub. He wanted you to rub him, and it's an awesome dog. But anyway, the lady shows up. She parks on the hill on my driveway, which is an ice slick underneath the snow from last week, and she parks the car, gets out, starts walking up the hill, and maybe, Craig, it could be affected by it. Could have been affected, probably, right? And the car starts sliding down the hill. And so my wife, I'm over there like getting the dogs loose so that I could go take the dogs over, right? And my wife is nearby because she went up to say hello to the lady because she's the one that called her. She has to hop in her car and like stop the car from going down the hill. It's like the craziest thing. And then the dogs, they almost didn't want to leave. But anyway, she's the rightful owner, so we got the dogs back to the rightful owner. But we'll see how it goes, man. Dave, how's it going? Locked up an app for a total of 3.5 weeks. Changing the payout. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, thanks for the update there, Sparky73. She didn't put the brake on. No, she didn't put the brake on. So the front was holding, but the back was rolling, I guess. Yeah, something like that. So my wife got in and stopped it, saved her car. So we saved her dogs, saved her car. It's like, you need anything else today? But anyway, so that took up a lot of the day, and of course I couldn't bring my dog out because I didn't want them to get into altercation. My cool dog, but the German Shepherd, he's really excited, right? Like I said, the dog loves me, dude, and I it's a cool dog, like, but very excited, right? Very just not fixed, so very aggressive, like aggressively excited, if you will, like towards the other dog and everything. So I couldn't bring my dog out at all. Yeah, lady was a mess. Yeah, I'll leave that at that. John, you did with her dogs? What? We got the dogs back. I have a pug. He's an amazing creature. Yeah, dogs are great, aren't they, Jeff? A humper. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, so everything was a mess, right, with this whole situation. So, but the dogs were like I said, good dogs, but just in a crazy situation. And if I was her, I'm like, dude, put tags on your dogs. Like, put tags on your dogs. We had this conversation a week ago. So anyway, that happened, and then after that, I was like, okay, we're gonna go out and do the snow things, which my daughters had already been out, before, and before the dogs showed up. So we did get to play a little bit early, but then like the dogs showed up, so that kind of like cut off part of the day. Then I couldn't leave if I wanted to, and then because I got this dog situation, and then we got to hang out after, and then my daughter and I watched Star Wars and stuff. Well, the other kids took a nap, mom took a nap, and all these different things. So anyway, that was my day, but fun day, still good day. Yeah. But I figured, I'll get on here and say what's up, hang out. Yeah, you got to show dominance with a dog like that. Definitely, no doubt about it. Hope she gets gated better. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's crazy. It's got the volume up on that one. Nope, got the volume up on this. Something. But yeah, it's like, dude, just put some tags so people can find your at least your number, right? Like, at least your number, so that people can get the dogs back to you. But anyway, so we did that. Second time having to do that. So I imagine if they get out again, they'll do it again. Now the thing is there's a road here. The only one who's been out several times at my house. Yeah. There's a road here that is a main road, and it's it goes fast. People go fast. And so, you know, you just don't want the dogs. You just don't want the dogs to be in the wrong place at the wrong time with a car coming. You know what I mean? And so that's an issue. But whatever. Whatever, dude. So we got that done. So that was the excitement for the day, kind of a little bit, other than the snow. And yeah, fluffy snow. Very bad for like snowball fights. I'm changing my product for a 5th iteration, printing lots of throwaways. Oh yeah. Can you melt down the stuff, the throwaways, and use it? Like, is there a way to send that material somewhere, Dan, for the 3D printing? Street bad for dogs. Yeah, for sure, Javier. That's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what we tried to avoid the first time, or I would have just let them go, but it's like I couldn't, because the only reason I noticed them the first time, the other day, was because cars were honking at them. So they already were almost about to get hit. And then they came up into my yard, and I was like, well, I can't let them just keep walking down the road, because they're going to, you know. So never kick a dog. That's right, Patty. Patty's being very understanding of dogs right now. And he and I know why. Let's see. Yeah, Javier typoed. He said yes, kick dog. Yeah, never. Right. Technically yes, but it's not worth it, unfortunately. But I may look more into that. Yeah, if you could make your own spools out of like spent material, that would be ideal, because then you could experiment more. And you'd be you would have all your materials in like a closed loop until you actually finally got the product that you know what I mean? So you actually got the prints right, and you wouldn't be wasting material. Be a lot better on the economy if you could figure out a way to do that. So, yeah. But anyway, so how was your day, everybody? How's everybody's day? I love my dog, Russ. My dog eats cats, and you banned me. You said something about eating dogs, and that's when I banned you, Patty. You said something about, I'm not even going to repeat exactly what you said, but some people are here that were there, probably, and remember that. I said, you know what, maybe he's joking, and I'll give him a second chance. But I just, for whatever reason that day, I was not in the mood to hear that. So now you said something about like crispy, they like get fried up nice and crispy or something. I'm not so sure. But anyway, neither here nor there. It's water under the bridge. Let's just keep it not that way now. Let's just keep it cool, all right? Keep it cool. Sonoran says we're trying. Drunk person that time? Day was good, nice. Yeah, I figured you were joking. I'll give you another chance. I wasn't in the mood for it that day, dude. Because I do like my dogs. A dog person, you could say. Trying to entertain Patty. Yep. So, had fun hanging out with Richie last night on another live. That's good. That's good. It's always good to see people in the YouTube streets. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of live streams going on. So Tom from Seven Figure had a live stream last night. Sean had a live stream. I caught that. I caught my friend Desert Living had a live stream. And did it go well when you picked up your son yesterday? Yeah. He knew when I showed up. To just come on out. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't go in like, where's my son? I don't want to embarrass him. So, or anything like that. You know what I mean? Step on his toes. Like, let him deal with the situation. Just be there so that he could leave. You know what I mean? I know I was talking like that, and I felt like that. I felt like going in and like talking to. Oh, you know what? The manager that said he had to come in. Guess what she did? Guess what she did? Yeah, they were okay with her leaving, but with him leaving. But guess what? The manager that told him that he absolutely had to come in because it wasn't snowing and they needed everybody there. Guess what she did? Like 2 hours before she left, she went home because of the snow. Yeah. So it's like, dude, it's crazy. I was like, man, I told them. But we got a good live stream out of it, right? You guys got to see the snow, like the streets go from no snow to snow, which is kind of fun. I know Mike Lockhart was wanting to see me driving in the snow, and I was like, well, it's coming. The B word comes to mind. Yeah, exactly. Don't care so much, but I'm okay sometimes. It's all good, Patty. I mean, you're hanging in there pretty good. So, Arturo says, sorry for the messages I was sending Aaron on Friday. I thought I offended him. I didn't mean it. Oh, I mean, I don't think you offended Aaron. I don't know. It's engagement, so it's probably good for his channel unless you said something really bad. I don't know what you said. Your friend was streaming a few hours ago. Yeah, Sean, right? Are you talking about Sean? He was on. Craig was on this morning. I haven't done the replay on that yet, but I'll probably play that like probably later. I don't know. I like to try to actually play it when I have time to listen. I was just out in the yard and either doing that or watching Star Wars today with the kids. So I didn't get a chance to see that, but I did see Sean. Caught him live. But everybody should go to Craig's channel, of course, as always. Boston friend, yeah. Yeah, I saw some of you guys over there. I saw Sonoran over there. I saw, Excel says, Patty is gold in my book. I saw Sonoran. Who else did I see? I saw Alex over there. So that's good, man. You guys are hanging out in each other's live streams, and that's a good thing. Saw the reply. Or the replay, probably meant to say. Yep. He was using that Prism live stream or whatever. And I don't really know much about that other than I guess he can't use the YouTube app, the studio app to go live, which is really weird. Hope to see you live out there on the streets tomorrow, John. Yeah, me too. Craig uses Prism. Okay. Well, there you go. I mean, dude, Craig successfully does it, so it's not too bad. It's not a bad thing. I've got this window like all the way down. It's like it's not as cold as I thought it was or something. I don't know. It is cold. I think it's like 20s or something. Bessie is cool. What's up? How's it going? Yeah, I figured, dude, like Sean reminded me, he was like, dude, look, I like walked into Sean's stream listening, and they were talking about like where was I at? And I was like, I'm here. And so they were like, dude, you got to do a live stream. I was like, okay, I'll get on and hang out. Only way to stream with a phone when you have more than one app open. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's great if you don't have the two phones. Yeah, because this takes up my whole phone. I can't do anything else on that phone. What kind of Wi-Fi connection are you using? I'm using Starlink right now. Hopefully, is the connection good? Does it look good? Watch news first. See if roads or area are closed or open. Yeah, I'll check out the news first. And I'm probably going to wait till like noon or whatever. Just to make sure. Because it's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow. So I think we'll be all right. This was a powdery snow. So, it was like blowing wind and stuff. So I don't think it's going to stick on the roads for long, especially when it gets to be 40 degrees. I think it's not going to be like the other day with that ice that stuck around. In fact, it's more likely that some of that ice from like last week is still going to be in some places than the snow probably being in some places, if that makes sense. At least that's what I think. There'll probably be some bad spots, but probably won't be nothing too crazy, right? Nothing will stop us from working, most likely, especially in Raleigh, because they had the protective bubble. They had like the protective bubble over the city and didn't get much snow. So when I get up there to Raleigh, or down there to Raleigh, however you say, yeah, it was a lot of mess in other places in North Carolina, Javier. Like my specific area in Raleigh, like we got lucky. We got lucky. Now there was more snow up north too, like where I went, where I was at the other night, like 2 nights ago. Remember, it started snowing there for whatever reason. keeps snowing when I'm live streaming driving. So I don't know why that is, but I think I've actually live streamed in driving in every snow that we've had since last year, like including last year, the snow we had last year. So it's kind of interesting because I try to avoid the snow like the plague, but I end up in it every time. So whatever, it is what it is. It's fun. It's all good. It's all in good fun. You know what I mean? Not really, but it's just because I end up having to be. I wouldn't have been out yesterday if it hadn't been for my son's work. So we ended up making the most of it, right? When you stream 12 hours a day, it's bound to happen. That's true. Yeah, it's true. If the car's gonna break down, things are gonna happen. No doubt. That's why most people don't stream 12 hours a day. It's a risk. Crystal clear, just curious, trying to set something similar up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the house Wi-Fi, but I don't have a repeater or an extender. So I'm not so sure how it would be. Do I live in my car? No. I do look like one of those van people, right now. No, I have a small house, and I have a lot of kids in the house with my wife in there as well, and the dog. I don't want to bother them while I'm live streaming. Like they have to deal with my stuff enough. That, you know, I don't want to go in there and like be live streaming and like running my mouth, and they're trying to like watch TV or like do whatever it is they're doing. So I come out to the van. Then I call it the command center. Right now it is the command center. I'm building a new command center soon though, in a different location. So I'll still have this until I sell it. My mom car would not take cold weather and did not want to start today. Yeah, sounds like the batteries. Cold weather kills the batteries. Living in a van down by the river. Yeah, there's a lot of people living in vans down by the river nowadays. It's a popular thing. Yeah, I would, if I was, I'm gonna open this window too. What am I gonna do though? I can't remember how this works. My kids would know. Because the other van has that same windows. Does anybody know how this works? Or I might have to, oh shoot. I think they're automatic, I think. That's why it's not working. Can we get your woman? No, not right now. That's up to her if she wants to do it. The van life's popular, yeah. Like I said, I would do it if I was younger. And didn't have kids and stuff. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Roll this back up and turn it off. Maybe we'll be able to retain some of this. Throw that up there. But yeah, it would be fun. I could do it. So a van like this, I've got a lot of room. I could easily set up like a sleeping situation. I could easily set up like a little cooking situation. It could be done. And like I was saying earlier, just go to the what do you call it? A little bit of air, shit. A little bit. What is it called? Planet Fitness. If you get a membership to Planet Fitness, you would be able to have showers, bathrooms, pretty much unlimited all the time. So, yeah, you know, what do you think of that? It could work, right? This is called Podcast from John Living in the Van. Yeah. John Living in the Van podcast. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to fake it, like fake YouTube, I could just act like I was living in the van. But I'm not gonna do that. That's ridiculous. Probably a lot of people do, actually. I don't need these right now. Probably a lot of people do. I unplugged them when I moved. I bet a lot of those van people don't really live in the van. Unless they're like on live every day, like I am with like Doordash and stuff. Like, you know, I Doordash. So I can't fake that. Some people, they do fake stuff. So you never know. It's like, yeah, it's kind of funny. They could have a van like this in their yard and just be like, every day, just be like, yeah, I'm in the van, like about to go to sleep right now. And like, just making my bed, like just doing my stuff. John parking at a mall, checking out DoorDash app in the van, sponsored by DoorDash. Yeah, I don't think DoorDash will sponsor me. I've said too many things that they probably don't approve of. Not that they wouldn't approve of. It's just that I think that I'm very honest about my DoorDash experience, and I don't say the things you would say if you were sponsored. I don't think they'd be cool with that. They'd tell me that I couldn't say that anymore. You need to get a hobby. I have hobbies. I have hobbies. I work on cars. I throw knives. That's a hobby that I have. Um, yeah, patty all over the place. What is that? What is that, squirrel? What is that? I don't know what that is. But one arm push-ups? Nah, not today, dude. I'm not that good at the one arms, man. That's a whole different level. You got to survive in the snow? Yeah, survive the snow. We're good. We're good, dude. Groundhog. Oh, it's Groundhog. What was the Groundhog Day? We were talking about that the other day. When is Groundhog Day? It's soon, right? Is it today? Was it today? I could look it up. You gotta probably answer it before I get it looked up, though. Tomorrow. Got you. What time do we find out? You guys will have to tell me on the streaming tomorrow. You have to tell me what the results were. DoorDash office. Have you on YouTube? Yeah, probably, dude. I mean, I'm sure they watch the stream, but that's about it. What in the world would DoorDash not let you say? I mean, I don't know. They probably wouldn't be happy about me talking about how glitchy the app is all the time. You know how I have to fix the app all the time? It's very glitchy, and I'm always like, oh, I can't see the delivery. Like, of course, I gotta fix the app again. Like, yeah, just stuff like that. Like the real stuff. And it's like, I don't think they want people to sign up. They want people constantly signing up so that they have a constant flow of drivers so that they don't have late deliveries and stuff, right? They'd rather have more drivers, but people won't want to sign up if they see the app's always glitching and it's like kind of frustrating. And then you get these doubles or whatever that you got to take that don't make any sense. And the first food's getting cold while you're waiting on the second, and the customer's calling, you're getting a late delivery, ratings and all that stuff. So, do the window feel cold? Yeah, I mean the window. There's window. I mean a little bit. Yeah, but it's warm enough in here. I don't need to worry about it. I'm actually gonna roll that. Oh shoot! I don't have the key. It's all good. It's like cracked a little bit, but I'll be all right. Yeah, yeah. If I was sponsored, I'd probably be going. So here's the thing. So if I was sponsored, I'd be making like videos. This is what I would probably do if I was that guy, and I'm not that guy. This is not my style, and I'm not gonna do this. But I could easily tell you how to do it. Like you go just make videos, work the dinner rush in the best market, right? You just work the dinner rush, and you make $60 in 2 hours, and then you make a video about how you made $30 an hour on DoorDash, right? And you hold up your bag, and you just be like, and then you like point to the and you put the $30 per hour in the thing in the thumbnail, and you put like a bunch of stuff. I mean, I have the YouTube skills to do it, believe me, but it's just not my style. I'd rather just be like real with you guys and sleep a lot better at night that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, video I made $30 an hour, but if you're being honest, you'd have to be like, yeah, and it's only for that 2 hours, because the rest of the hours of the day are like 15, you know, 12.50, whatever, and they add up to about $20 an hour, and that's what you're going to get. And then you have wear and tear on the car, and you probably want to keep the cost low, and you want to keep up your mileage, and then occasionally the car breaks down, you got to fix it, and all this, and all the stuff that we go through on a day-to-day basis. They don't tell you about that. I never heard like a lot of the, more happy-go-lucky whatever. You like DoorDash is great. People talk about the car breaking down and all of this stuff. Like, if they're decent, they at least say like maybe don't rely completely on DoorDash. You know what I mean? But let's hope this cloud goes over. Oh, was it breaking up? Was the signal breaking up? More winter. Yeah, I think it's gonna be more winter, man. But I hope it's not. But then again, I don't know if I believe the groundhog, you know what I mean? Somebody mentioned that groundhogs can't even see. Oh yeah, I got you. You're talking about the groundhog right now. Yeah, somebody yesterday had mentioned, or was it yesterday? I think it was. DoorDash gurus are not going to give you the real deal. Yeah, yeah, the gurus, I guess you could say. That's why, like, um, the channels are a lot different. But when I'm talking about like other channels or whatever, I don't really talk about specific YouTube DoorDash channels unless it's somebody that I am like, well, this is the real deal, right? Like Aaron, I'll show you guys Aaron's channel because he's not like me, but he's the real deal. He's working every day and he's putting in the actual hours and he's been doing it for a long time and he's going to be real with you about it. He has a completely different strategy than me. But I recommend, like, if you want to watch more DoorDash content, people like that. And I call it real people doing real things, right? And there's others too. But then the bigger ones, I never name them and I don't even watch them. I really don't watch that kind of stuff because I don't have the time. Like, I DoorDash all day, right? And then I do watch other people who DoorDash that are real people doing real things. I don't have time to watch any of the other stuff, man. Because I got to also keep up with the news and I also got to, not the news narrative, but I do stay informed. I made a video on my other channel. It's so funny. I made a video on my other channel about the mind is a garden, and I had somebody come in there and say that, like, and I was basically just saying that, like, I don't get too involved in like the arguments and stuff and like the all of the hot button topics of the day because I think that's designed to like basically put weeds in your garden and just kind of mess up what you have going on in your personal life and stuff. And please don't spam up the chat. Please don't spam up the chat. We'll have to delete this if we keep spamming. But I made that video, dude, and it was basically just to say a lot of the hot button stuff is just there to divide us. And okay, all right, please stop spamming up the chat. I'm going to have to put you in timeout if you keep doing that. Where's my phone? Where's my other phone? But anyway, so I made that video, right, on Real Thoughts Project, and yeah, we're gonna do there we go. Just can't have the spam. And other people need a chance to talk, you know. You gotta give other people a chance to speak in the chat, man. It's not courteous to do that. But anyway, somebody actually like called me, said I was a narrow-minded bigot or something like that because they said that I had my head in the sand, that I should be more aware of that I shouldn't put my head in the sand. And I was like, dude, I'm not talking about putting your head in the sand. I'm talking about be informed. I even said it in the video. It doesn't mean don't be informed. Be informed, but go to the source material so that you're not influenced and made to like be angry about this and that. And then it just takes your time away from the businesses that you might be creating or the book that you might be writing or the work that you might have to do that day. And it's crazy. So somebody's always going to get upset, but that did happen, guys. You should go check that video out and should go check that video out actually and see. It's kind of funny. And it kind of proved my point because I think the person was getting upset about like the radical things or whatever that they were supposed to be. The talking points that they've been given by the same social media mind control program that I was talking about. But anyway, neither here nor there. I thought that was kind of funny, but I guess the whole reason that brought that up is like I do stay informed, guys. I do. I just try to like put that in like a 30-minute or less of my day so that I can move on and get about my day, right? I got to go live stream. I got to go drive. I got to go, sometimes I make a video on the other channel. Like, you know what I mean? I got to pack up my eBay items. I got to spend time sometimes taking pictures and listing items on eBay, right? I got to spend time with my family. So I can't take all my day, watching, either of the big news channel sides or listening to that narrative stuff. Can't do that, I try to get informed quick and then move on about my day. And that's how I'm able to build all this. That's how I'm able to live stream every day. That's how I'm able to do all this stuff. And it's semi-successful. Like, I mean, I would say, like, you know what I mean? It's pretty successful, actually. I'm not even going to lie. To be real with you, you know what I mean? And to do that, one saying the DoorDash was going to deactivate a lot of drivers for different reasons. Oh, well, I mean, they deactivate a lot. They do deactivate a lot. That's quite a common thing. DoorDash does deactivate people, but not like. But usually a reason for it. I'm not saying it's reasonless, but it's usually there's a reason for it. When's the next game? I don't know. Actually, I'd have to check the channel, or not the channel, the schedule. But yeah, out that the channel. That's my wife. I had to check with my wife. She knows the schedule. So sorry you're having to live in your car. Oh, it's okay. It's just because my wife kicked me out of the house. No, I'm just playing. I know I don't live in my car. I just do live streams in the car. I have a very small house and a lot of kids, and I don't want to bother them, so I just come out to the van and do the live streams because I'm a creative guy like that. So I'm good. Who said that? Rodney Miller. I don't have to live in my car. Severe panic disorder. I couldn't handle too much news. Yeah, and the thing is, it's not good for you. Like, the way they do the news is to make you angry at, nowadays, it seems like it's to make half of the people angry at the other half of the people and not be able to talk, right? Like, it's really crazy. You know what I mean? And it's in the video I was just basically saying, like, that's gonna take away, if you get consumed by that, it's gonna take away from the stuff that you're doing in your life. The stuff you're building. Like, Dan's creating a 3D printing thing. He doesn't need to be worried too much about all the, we know there's stuff going on. Like, I'm very well informed. Like, I know all of the stuff that everybody else is probably talking about. I know about it. I just don't get consumed by it. And but yeah, this individual, they said that I stuck my head in the sand, or sticking your head in the sand is not doing something. I don't know, dude. They were, and then I was like, I explained what I just said, and then they called me a bigot, and I'm like, and narrow-minded as well. I was like, oh, okay. I think that the programming is kicking in. Drive safe? Oh yeah, I'll drive safe. I'm not driving today though, by the way. I'm just chilling in the back of the car. Nita's cooking show. Hardly doubt he's bawling, not even close, but he's giving us his time. Yeah, I don't know if I'm bawling. Who said I was bawling? Mark? He's bawling from this? I wouldn't say I'm bawling, dude. I would say the channel is fairly successful, but that doesn't mean I'm like, that doesn't translate to like bawling, dude. Like, if you look up what people make on YouTube, it's not what you probably think. Yeah, I just like to hang out, dude, and it kind of provides a little bit of accountability, and I just like to share my thoughts, and I like to hear what other people say. Like, it's just kind of like part of what I do. He didn't buy the wife a Valentine gift next few weeks. Do you have another job besides dashing? I mean, I sell things on eBay too, so. But yeah, tall frets says divide and conquer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Tall frets. You should check out my other channel if you understand that concept. Then you might dig some of the things I'm saying over there. It's called Real Thoughts Project. Just let me know if you want. I'll drop the link in a little bit if you want me to do that. But I kind of talk about stuff like that over there, and yeah, I mean, my take on a lot of the that's the only place a man can get any peace is in the bathroom or in your van out in the car, right? Your choice to follow politics or news or not, it doesn't make you anything. I know, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make you like a bad person. And I'm well informed. Like, I'm probably more informed than, I mean, I'm not saying I'm more informed than most, but I've gotten pretty good over the years at like finding source materials and informing myself, because I want to know. The Doghouse Command Center. What's up, Amy? I'm not in the doghouse right now, I promise. I'm doing this so I won't be in the doghouse, because if I go live streaming in the house, running my mouth for like an hour straight, then I'll be in the doghouse. Dan says, I know what's going on. I don't have the time for that BS. Yeah, dude, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying. And yeah, so when we dash, we could turn in our miles and gas receipts during tax time. I mean, I just do the standard mileage deduction, which is better. I mean, it's like 70 something cent a mile. I haven't done my taxes yet, but I think it's over 70 cent a mile. So that's a pretty good. Just keep up with your mileage. Um, Ordered it online. She told me to choose another soup. Wait, what are we talking about? Ordered chicken and rice soup from Panera, and I go there to pick it up, and they're sold out. Oh, so are you in the doghouse? But yeah, that's kind of like what Dan just said. That's basically kind of what the point of my video was. But I think people want you to be like wrapped up in their BS drama. So anything that they're like passionate about right now or like they're just consumed with, they want you to be wrapped up in it. And if you're not, then that means you don't care about people. Like it's like, no, I can do more good for people by building out the stuff that I'm building out right now. And I mean, dude, we do it all the time. I built out this channel over the course of years, but now it's to a point where what do? We go over to other people's channels and we help them out. Like we literally helps them out. That's a thing. That's a real thing. It's real people doing real things. And you can't do that if you're consumed with all the garbage, the divide and conquer nonsense. So, um, yes, I had to say. Okay. So Bessie is cool is in the doghouse actually. Uh, sorry. Hey, get a van. It's much better. It's like you know what I mean? You can live stream from the back. You can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so I have my opinions and stuff, but I just nobody wants to hear that. And I mean, maybe they do, but it's like I'm not gonna. Yeah, so I'm not gonna like. What are you gonna do? It's like I've had people talk about some of the big issues and things they see to be a problem, and it's like, and they're like, why don't you talk about that? And I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Like, let me ask you that. Like, what are you actually gonna do to make a difference with that? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what's your big plan, huh? To make a big difference with that. Instead, how about let's just work on making some money, guys, and provide for our family, and maybe build something cool along the way and hang out, right? We do, but there's a time and place, right? Exactly. So yeah, I mean that's the deal, man. Real men got other stuff to do, like one arm push-ups. I got to work on my one arm push-ups so I can see if I can get some of those euros off of Patty's Pepsi. I take my break in January from a lot. Used to be, oh, hold on, that's gonna mess up the lighting. Used to be so wrapped up in what's going on in the world. Yeah, and I'm over it, man. Like I understand that. Like, and I've been there a little bit. You know, that's why I know the difference. It's like once I stopped like caring so much about all that out there, I started working on this in here. Life has changed for the better. I'm telling you something. It just makes a huge difference. Got to work on my backflip. Get on that, Amy, and then get back with us. Then you got to put it on the live stream or something. You got to go live and show us the backflip. The chaos has been awesome. We sell shirts on both sides of the protest. Huge year ahead. Hey, that's one way of doing it. That's funny, but that's one way of doing it. I guess you could make a lot of money on it. So if that's your thing, then yeah, being involved, you probably want to know what to put on those shirts, right? How much snow did you get? 4 to 5 inches, Mike, but everywhere else around us got a lot. Um, what did Javier say? Um, Dan said, yep. What did Javier say? I don't see. Do I have my thing on, oh, let me do all. Yeah. Anyway, I still don't see it, but suckers on both sides. Yeah, the middle always wins. Yeah, I mean, and doesn't mean like be a fence sitter and don't believe in what you believe in, but it's just like realize that whatever it is that you believe in, like you're not going to go out and alter the entire world. But like, what are you going to do? What do you plan on doing? If you believe in something, the best way to like further that thing is to like live it and be a living example of what it is that you believe in And if it's the truth, like people will see that and it will have a bigger impact than you'll ever have going and holding a sign and yelling at people. Are we having deep thoughts? A little bit because we're not driving. Like, I subscribe to Ancient America magazine and love it. That's Ancient America? That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting to me. Now that is interesting. Dan says, I'm conservative with some things, a liberal, the other side, I'll stick in the middle. There are truths on both sides. Yeah, but that's not being a fence sitter. That's being like, you believe what you believe wherever that falls. Yeah. Um, like, you believe what you believe. And you don't do that because it's on this side or the other team or whatever. Just woke up from a nap. Nice. Naps are good. Nothing wrong with the nap. Just woke up to the Driving Daily channel live. Yeah, dude. I went into another live earlier today, and they were literally talking about me, like asking where I was that I wasn't live today, and I was like, I guess I should go live for a few minutes and just let everybody know I'm okay. Just be yourself as long as it's legal. Yeah, and if it's not, don't do it on camera. Yeah, power naps. I think power naps is how Tom from Seven Figure Dasher goes through. What is the important? Voting, lobbying, and protests all have an impact, but no need to shove it in the throat. Yeah, yeah. I mean that too. I guess you could say all that does have an impact, but the one thing that you said there, lobbying, I think that probably has a more of an impact than any of those other things that you mentioned, because that's like, you know what I mean? And I don't have enough. None of us have enough money to lobby anything, so it's like, yeah, you know, you get what I'm saying, man. It's like you're not gonna do anything by yelling at people. I did it too. Made a fire after going to the Dollar Tree. Nice. David burns up that Dollar Tree, man. They must have some good stuff over there. After I made dinner, mac and cheese and ground beef, onions, lemon, and the W sauce. Nice. Sonoran says, but be prepared to defend what you believe in, starting with actions, then words. Yeah, yeah. No doubt, Sonoran. And I mean, you've been here for some of these conversations. You've been here when I just said the one little thing, and then like automatically I'm attacked or whatever for saying one little thing that everybody doesn't like. And I'm not even trying to be like push my beliefs. I'm just saying my experience, and it's too much for some people. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna shift like like what I see with my own eyes. I'm not telling you a lie to make you happy. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes to where it's like they'll mess with you no matter what you want or don't want. It's like the movie The Patriot. He's like, dude, he doesn't want to fight. Like Mel Gibson's character, he's like, he doesn't want to fight. And he tries not to, and then eventually finds out that the fight's gonna come to him either way because this thing is already kicked off. So it happens, but I'm gonna be like that as long as I can. I don't wanna get involved in that. I have a heart to handle it. You know what I mean? If I have to. And most people who can handle it are going to try to avoid fight. You know what I mean? And you're going to see that as a consistency. The people who really can't handle it, they're going to be the loudest, the most vocal, the most angry. Like those people can't handle actual, even just intellectual battle. It is what it is. If you go out driving in the snow, you might get a flat tire. Well, I drive in the snow, but that would suck to get a flat tire in the snow. Sign printing in March. Printing the protest signs. Huge blue cities right now. Nice. Jacob's got the business right now. They can buy those protest shirts all they want. Professional lobbyist. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna fight that. Brain is awake enough. Isn't awake enough for anything too deep. That's fine. Charities will buy 1,000 shirts. Interesting. Doesn't take too much to prompt the chat. No, it doesn't. Hang in there. Speak your truth. Chev, what's up, Chev? I see you there. The majority of the problems we have is the education to youth, primarily the parents. The apple doesn't fall far. Yeah, that's true. Sonoran says, but we will. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was saying. People who really believe something will back it up. It's just not trying to shove it in anybody's face. Just want to live my life, Take a day off for a break. Yeah, kind of, Mark. It snowed. I was driving the snow the last 2 nights, and I'm tired of that. And it snowed a little bit more, so I just took the day off. Plus, DoorDash this morning shut down. I think it opened back up though. We'll look at that in a minute. I'm reading the chat down here. That's why I'm looking down. I'm trying to catch up before, so I can then look up here. You cannot make everyone happy. I used to try amateur steak. Yeah, Amy. I have a video on my other channel saying you can't make everybody happy, nor should you try. I think that's the title of the video. You should check out my other channel, Amy. That's where if you the videos, the channels that you said that you like to listen to, you would like my other channel. Kendra's in the house. Welcome in, Kendra. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Most people have no patience in life. That's true, Patty. Glad I bought 4 new tires. Oh yeah, dude. The new tires have been serving me well the last few days, like having to drive in the snow and stuff. My wife's idea, but it's doing way too good. We may hire some people to ship. Jacoby or Jacob Wayne, whatever. That's they got the right idea on this whole thing. They're capitalists, and they're figuring out how to make this thing work. What's up, Uber Eats instead of DoorDash? Oh yeah, could do that, right? It's fun seeing a young man trying to figure out life. I'm about retired. I hear that. You don't look down on us. I am looking down on you right now. Right now. I should get the thing like this. Like that way I could look right here. But I don't have enough room to do that right now, so I'll just hold it. I'll just hold it up. Now I'm looking almost, I'm still looking down on you. Look us in the eye. Oh man. Uber Eats was cheaper than DoorDash today. The app was acting weird. Interesting. Is anyone watching the SLS launch this month? No, probably not. What's Kendra's channel name? It's Consume the Goodness, Mark. Get some Mexican food. Margaritas included. Let's see. I think I caught up, so I can actually look up there. Stop looking down. It's a sign of submission or something. Look where you want. It's all good. Don't stare at me. I'm gonna stare at you. And I'm improving my skills on blender software. Is not for mixing drinks either. Oh yeah, I know. Right. Yeah, I'm up here now. I can see you guys again because I caught up. Grubhub is more expensive, but they are the best. Mike is shilling for Grubhub again. Rollers 3157. Do you ever hear the DoorDash ring in your sleep? Oh man. Actually no, but now that you say that, I probably am tonight. Patty says we love you. Always feel like someone's watching me. I think they are probably. I feel like somebody's watching me right now. Can't quite figure it out, but I think somebody is watching me. Probably, right? Looks like 109 people are watching me. Hey, there's only 90 likes. There's 109 people. Shame on you guys. Just playing. I'm supposed to ask you guys to hit the like button. I don't like doing it, so I always come up with these different ways of saying it. Let's see. T-Gun's got the eyes. He's watching. That song seems to become more relevant each year. Yeah, we're always being watched, dude. It's taken 4 astronauts. Oh man, I'm kept missing the chat again. First person of color, first Canadian astronaut to the moon. Oh, okay. Why isn't it just 4 people? Like just 4 people. Shouldn't matter the race and stuff. Nobody watching you. Oh, good. That's what's up. I feel better now. I actually feel better with nobody watching, right? I feel like nobody see me. I can see you, Van Gambler. I'm looking right now. Looking right at you. Okay. Mike's totally watching. I always feel like that at Walmart. Well, you are being watched at Walmart. They have one of the most advanced surveillance systems of any store out there. So Walmart does have like incredibly advanced surveillance. Yes, now an AI is watching us. This is terrifying. Yeah. Is that Bigfoot in the back window? Yes, it is Bigfoot in the back window. We're in Bigfoot country. I live in the mystical woods. AI is watching and listening to us all day. That's right. If you don't believe me, say something and then you'll get an ad about it. When will DoorDash, etc., bring their call centers to the United States? Never. Probably never. I'm a space nerd. All right. Hey, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I found that stuff interesting. I don't know a lot about it. You know what I mean? Go Bigfoot, one of my favorite topics. Yeah. Dude, so what was I going to say earlier? Because you guys are talking about a lot of stuff I talk on the other channel. I probably should have done this live over there, but I wouldn't have got nearly as many eyeballs. But at least this way I can kind of tell you guys about my other channel, Real Thoughts Project. You should go check it out. If you're still here and you haven't clicked off, you'll probably like that channel. Yeah, dude. Space sci-fi, my favorite. Time for seconds. Mike is a hungry dude. He's going to go eat seconds again and then take another nap. Oh, Kendra just dropped the link to Real Thoughts Project. Thank you, Kendra. I appreciate that. Unsolicited help, but in a good way. Kendra's awesome. And you guys should go check out Kendra's channel too. Consume the Goodness. Check that out. We usually go over there on Tuesdays. You could tell it's SpaceX Crew Dragon. Oh yeah. I can't see that much, but yeah, I think I could see it now. It's tiny on the phone. When I look at it, it's like really little. But yeah, if you guys like, if you're like I said, if you haven't clicked off yet, you know, and you don't think I'm a narrow-minded bigot like that person called me on the other video, which was trying to help people, by the way. Like, oh, it's weird. People are crazy. It almost like proves it almost validates what I'm doing though. It makes me even go harder. I love the UFO topics, paranormal, ancient history. Guess I'm invested in everything but rap music. Yeah, there's even rap music about those topics though. I'm trying to think of the channel or the band that does that. Army of the Pharaohs, I think it was back in the day. They talk about all that stuff, the UFOs, the Illuminati, the what is it called? The Nephilim, all that stuff. Army of the Pharaohs. There's rap music, Mike says. I just subscribed to your other channel. Cool, Connor. Yeah. It's not for the easily offended, I guess, but I mean, I don't think it's that offensive. It's not offensive, not made to be offensive. It's made to build people up, but and also have interesting concepts. Missed that one. Yeah, it's just they're rap. Yeah, they're rap guys, but they're just they always talked about all that crazy stuff. It's interesting that free thinkers are so often called narrow-minded bigots. Even some of my family has labeled me that, among other things. Yeah, and so it's weird. And it's like I would never call the other person a narrow-minded bigot. I never even would think to like insult that person. You know, I'm always like the reviewer of this show, and then went over there and just started going at it against me there. When are you going to moderate me, bro? I'll moderate you right now, buddy. No, I'm just playing. You know I will. You mean you want a wrench? I don't give too many wrenches out. It's nothing personal. No atmosphere. Yeah. Hard not to like. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. All right. So hope Real Thoughts Project channel doesn't run off too many of your other subscribers. I mean, if it does, Mike, I'm okay with it. Like, I don't have to. If you can't handle the conversations we're having over there, it's like it doesn't. You're not going to handle most of the places I end up going anyway, just on a natural basis. Hanging out with me for 10 hours, I'm gonna probably talk some of the same stuff, right? I mean, it's all good stuff. Like it's. I'm not over there like trying to like divide people. I'm trying to actually, in a way, unite people in some form or fashion, at least on some fronts, but not everybody, obviously, because some people are just not cut out for it. Some people are not cut out for seeing the world for what it is, you know, and that's okay. It's just not the place for them, and that's okay. It's not nothing against anybody, but if you just, you know, it's not for everybody. This channel isn't for everybody. You know, it is what it is. I'm okay with it. I want people that are cool with hanging out with me, even if they don't agree with me. I don't want. I mean, I don't. If you're gonna get offended at the least little thing I say, and then run off like a little, you know, offended person, I'll just say, yeah. Then you can go. You can go. It's fine. It's fine. Bye bye. For everybody else, we'll be hanging out. We'll be here. We'll be hustling over here on this channel most days. And then over there, we'll be talking about real stuff, you know? And it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Mike's cut out for it. I know can handle it. Been down 1,000 million rabbit holes and still emerged. Yeah, Amy, you and I have probably watched a lot of the same stuff the way you talked. Because I used to go down all those rabbit holes, dude. All the conspiracy stuff from the early 2000s and stuff, like, and even books from the 90s and 80s. Like, I've read some of those. Like, I went down a lot of I don't have time nowadays. But I've been down the rabbit holes. That's also another reason why I know that I don't have time. Do you believe the Earth is flat and stationary? No, I don't. I don't. We had this conversation on Real Thoughts on my last live stream, and somebody was really adamant about it, and they like were trying to cite all this information, and I was like, dude, I ended up just saying like you got to make your own video. Like that's too much. I can't go into all that. Like I've looked at it all, but only just to entertain. Like I've actually known people in real life that believe the Earth was flat, and it's okay. I get it, but I just don't. I look at the. It seems like that it's not flat. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's not. But I can't necessarily project and project. Yeah, when I thought about that, Kendra, when I did um I like disagreements. What makes the world go round? Yeah, I thought about Patty says, I don't agree with you on anything or anything you say, bro. You'll fit right in then. But yeah, I thought about it when I was making that video, or not that video, but that channel, because I actually had time to think about it. Real Thoughts Project is Real Thoughts Project. In fact, I even made it, the first thought iteration of that name was Real Thoughts Project, like Real Thoughts Project Out. And then I was like, that's project too. It's like a project. And I was like, it's Real Thoughts Project. So sometimes I'll actually even just say Real Thoughts Project. And that's what I mean. It's the same. Like so yeah, I did that kind of on purpose. Like when I figured it out, I was like, yes, dude, this is the one. Because I had time to think about that name. Daily on Supercars in the house. What's up? Welcome in. Passing by with that thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up, guys. The Earth is definitely flat and stationary. Somebody says. You dashing for the Super Bowl? Probably, unless there's like inclement weather. Probably. Patty's Pepsi says it's not easy at the bottom. Just dropped the mac and cheese all over myself. Mike says, "Oh my goodness, that's what you're saying crap about." Ah, that sucks. Maverick, I don't think we have been to the moon. Okay, yeah, you need to go. Maverick, are you on the other channel? We've had that conversation over there a couple times now. And it's always funny because it's about 50-50. And depending on the age group of people that I have over there, it's about 50-50 of people that believe it. I have a shot at beating last week, Aaron says. So that's, you're going to be like 1,300 something, right? But yeah, it's always interesting to hear what people have to say. And I want to know why they believe what they believe, because none of us, this is my take on it, none of us have proof. We don't have actual proof. We went to the moon, they left behind a mirror, you can aim the lasers. You said that last time, I think, Mike. I think you said that last time. And that's interesting. I didn't look up that, but I need to look that up. I want to look that up right now. I mean, I don't even think a laser could go to the, like, I don't think we have a laser. I don't have a laser powerful enough to go that far. Like, people think the stock market is fake money. I mean, it is, but no, I know what you mean. Liquidity can be wiped out pretty quick in the stock market. That is true. Well, at least I've seen that. I've seen that in like crypto more so. You know, it's like crypto goes to, Bitcoin goes to 125,000, and then somebody buys $100,000 worth of it, and then it goes down to like, what is it now? Like 78 or something like that. But yeah, that's like a bunch of liquidity just wiped out like that. I don't think Earth is round. I do think the Earth is round, though. Exo says. Patty's Pepsi is an alien. That explains it, bro. So many fun topics, so little time, right? How's the housing market in NC? Well, I'm not really a real estate person, but I mean, I think people are still buying houses pretty strong out here because it's a very popular place to move. We have the Research Triangle Park, and there's a lot of high level jobs out here. So there's a lot of people that make quite a bit of money, and it's not a big deal to. And also, if you're moving from like another country, or if you're moving from like New York or California, a lot of different places, if you move here, then the house is going to be cheaper, even though it's not as cheap as it was. But yeah, I think the housing market is pretty strong out here. Let's see. Same with flat Earth. I can prove the Earth is round. Can't prove the Earth is round. Yeah, but I mean, like, we have circumnavigated it, so there's that. It's impossible to only see the same side of the moon continuously. Makes no sense. I mean, I don't know. See, a lot of this stuff is out of the depth of a lot of our understandings, like scientifically on a level. Some things are just pretty basic, but some things are out of our depth of understanding. And so Patty Pepsi says illegal. Okay. I know. I see what you did there. So many fun topics. So little time. I just read that. All right. Bags of human waste on the moon? I don't know. Now that I ate dinner, I have to go drop the kids off. Okay. Too much. Good information, Mike. Thank you for sharing with the class. Amy says, did the Aztecs build their pyramids or are they already there? Current controversy. Is it really? Are they talking about that right now? Like probably on like Joe Rogan or something? I don't think the Aztecs. Okay, so wasn't it? So the Aztecs are the latest civilization down there, right? And so they would have. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Which one was first? Because one of the one I remember. See the Mayan. And then the Aztecs, right? Post Mayan. Yeah, so I believe those pyramids were built probably. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say they were built way before that civilization. You know what I mean? Like the pyramids were there, and then the Mayan came in and had their civilization, or the Aztecs had their civilization. Yeah, that's what I think. I had to be real. I wanted to be sure. Sometimes when you're on the internet, you like want to say something real quick, and then you're like, I want to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. But Sonoran said that yeah, they're post Mayan. So that the fall of Atlantis. Well, I don't know, but if Atlantis even has to have anything to do with it, but definitely it seems like those pyramids date like way back before that civilization. And I feel like they found them and probably built a civilization around there because that was a good place to build a civilization. And yeah, kind of reuse. We reuse stuff all the time, right? Even our cities are built where other cities used to be built, right? So, and Europe is like a classic example. Obviously, those cities are built, or places where, usually cities around a river or near, it has to be near water, right? So they always end up getting built at the same places, one over top of the other. So yeah, if you came along and you found those pyramids or whatever, and you were, this is awesome. Like this is already built. Like this is good to go. Planet is over 5 billion years old. Think about that. That's what Patty's Pepsi thinks. Um, Vortex is saying, I'm not asking, I'm telling, I know for a fact. Apollo 11 through 17. Yeah. Yeah, but Vortex, then people ask, like, why didn't we go back since the 70s and stuff? There's a lot of questions. There are valid questions for the moon thing. The flat earth thing, I think less so. But for the moon thing, I think there's more valid questions. Pyramid's an interesting topic, absolutely. Yeah, dude, it is. I would delve into that on Real Thoughts if you guys ever wanted to do that. Would you guys be interested? But you gotta go. I know Sonor. I think Sonoran's over there. I don't know if I've ever seen Amy over there. But if you guys subscribe to that channel and definitely request, like we'll talk about that stuff in depth. Like I'll sit here and like read, like we'll read like large amounts of information on it and actually go into depth. Mountain builders did all that. Other cultures come along, bury their chief, claim it's their own. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's why would you not use that? It's just like the pyramids in Egypt. It's like the Egyptians now, they don't know anything about those pyramids, really. Like, even the top Egyptian historians don't really know much about what's going, like, who built and how they built the pyramids. Like, they don't know, dude. They just came, they're like, dude, this is a great tourist thing. Like, we're gonna capitalize on this. Um, Going back to the moon, Artemis 3. Okay, I'll look up that, Artemis 3. Um, Amy says, I'm opinionated, just theorizing. Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. I like being able to pull from like uh tens to hundreds of people's opinions, and I kind of learn a lot. Have to run, John. Have a great weekend, evening, and start your week. Yeah, you as well, Dan. I gotta catch up on your 3D print stuff, man. Looks like you're doing a lot of cool stuff over there, man. So I'm gonna catch up on that. Hope you have a good weekend as well. Weekend's almost over, so start to the week. Dickie D is in the house. I was around when the flat Earth started big online, but the main people have pretty much been silenced. Either that or they just don't want to talk about it anymore. They know they're lying about to the world. Patty thinks they're lying to the world. Maybe. But who is they? That's the question, right? Alex says, have a great night. Catch you hopefully in Raleigh tomorrow on Groundhog Day. Yeah, Alex, you guys got to let me know what's happened with the Groundhog Day if I'm out live streaming when it happens. I'll forget about it when I go to bed, and it won't even be a thing in my mind. And then I'll wake up, and then when I start working, you guys will probably tell me. You'll be like, yeah, dude, the thing saw its shadow or whatever. Apparently it can't see, so I don't even know how that works. Oh, Tartaria, don't get me started. So okay. This really should be on the other channel. Okay, I'm going to leave Tartaria for the other channel. I'm going to leave some meat on the bones. So if you want to hear my they are the governments, I got you. But we are not flat. I agree with you on that, Patty. I thought we disagreed on everything. But if you want to hear my take on Tartaria, maybe I'll do a live stream on that on the other channel. I want to leave some meat on the bone. So you got to subscribe to the other channel if you want to hear what I have to say about that. You probably can guess, but maybe not. So, because I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it fully. I'll talk about it on the other channel. So go subscribe to Real Thoughts Project. If I go over there better be more subscribers over there. I'm going to go check it out right now. There's 306. So somebody went and subscribed because I think it was like 300 earlier. So nice. We had at least 5 people move over there. And then you got to remind me, though, when we go live over there or something, you got to remind me about Tartaria, because then I won't talk about, I'm not going to talk about it here because I'm going to kind of gatekeep a little bit and make you go to the other channel because I want to build that channel and stuff like that. Talking about it or debunking it, you'll have to figure it out like later. You know? Patty, there's the link. Are you in a camper? Dzar is in the house. What's up, buddy? I'm not. I'm in a spaceship, bro. Nah, I'm in a van. I'm in the back of a van. I have a small house, man, and I have a lot of kids, so I'm not trying to bother them. So I want to hang out in the van sometimes. David just finished his dash. How'd you do, David? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, by the way. I don't know if you've been here the whole time or not. Oh boy, but yeah. Amy, I will talk with you about that, but we'll have to talk on the other channel. I think Kendra just dropped the link on it. A van down by the river. That's me. That's me right now. But I'm not far from a river. Well, no, I am. I'm not near a river right now, and I'm in a van though, in my side yard. So, yeah, just in a van in the yard. You know, no big deal. Nice, Patty. That's what's up, man. Check out what I got to say over there, bro. See what I got to say, man. That's my kind of talk about things channel. I've only bordered on the politics a couple times, and I try to get away from it. And that's my message, is generally trying to get away from it so that we can do real things, you know, so we can focus on real stuff. If I get attacked, I'll defend myself, but you know what I'm saying. I'm here. Call off the search. Yo, Cubano's in the house. What's up? What's going on? I love people who are not stuck in the moment. Yeah, they'll stick you in the moment real quick, dude, and you'll get in trouble for it too. They could get you, you know what I'm saying? Listen to the news will get you in trouble, man. Especially if you're a very passionate person. And I'm a very energetic and engaging individual, right? So if I were to get too wrapped up in the weeds, so to speak, on current events, I'd get myself in trouble probably. And it's not worth getting yourself in trouble, because then you become very ineffective, for your family and otherwise. That was one of my favorite Chris Farley skits, Van Down by the River. I can tell. I can tell. So yeah. See what time it is. It's 9:38. Dang, how long have I been live? It was just like an hour and a half just goes by so fast. Watching Black Sheep last night. That guy was so funny. I haven't seen that. I'm rich, so for me it's a way of life. Nice. Hey, it's good to be rich, I guess. Nothing wrong with that anyway. I don't fault people for being rich. I'm definitely not one of those people. That's another topic, you know. I hear people occasionally like dissing rich people. Well, it's like I've had the privilege in my life. I've had a very interesting mix of people in my life. And so I've known people with like the elevators and movie theaters in their house, and I've also like known people from the trailer park, right? And so I've known a lot of what you might would call poor and what you might would call rich people. And I've met good and bad people in both of those camps and all in between. And the money has had little to do with the characteristics, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, you said nobody ever gave you shit. Yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of people that people consider to be, they're like, oh, that's a rich guy, and it's like a lot of people worked hard, and also a lot of there's a lot of rich people that do a lot of things that are very helpful to other people with the things that they've done, with the work that they've done, and then there's ones that don't. And then there's poor people that are more greedy than than they could ever accuse a rich person of being. So I've seen all of it, and so it's just there's got to be a balance of understanding that everybody's a human being, and so there's this core commonality amongst all of us, no matter where we're at. And so we all fall for certain things. We all have lessons that we need to learn, and many of us are at different parts of our walk in life, and so we've learned different lessons than other people, and so you can't expect everybody to see things exactly the way you do. And you know, like I said, I've seen poor people that are like mad at like rich politicians for doing things that are corrupt, but I think I've also seen poor people that would do those corrupt things if they could do it and get away with it. So how does that make them any different other than that they don't have the opportunity? You know what I mean? You just gained 7 new subscribers on your other channel. That's nice, dude. Poor people try and rich people exploit. Yeah, I mean it does happen. There is exploitation, and there is poor people that work hard. There are poor people that work hard, and just don't know how the system works or don't, you know, whatever. I mean, dude, I'm not like well off financially or anything. I'm working hard and trying to figure it out too, and I don't know how the system works fully. But so I've found myself around all kinds of different people. Like I've had this is my worldview is probably potentially shaped by that, as far as the fact that I've known like incredibly wealthy people, and I've known incredibly not wealthy people financially, and I've just seen a lot, man. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff on all ends. So yeah, misunderstood. How's it going? Welcome in. Maverick says John the preacher. Nah, dude, not a preacher, that's for sure. Um, yeah, dude. Don't listen to me as if I'm a preacher. That's for sure. So, I'm not that guy. You just gained 7 new subs. 7 new subs, nice. Let me see. Started getting more money once I left women alone, Maverick says. Hey, in some cases that's probably true. It depends on the type of women that you're dealing with and how you're dealing with them. That could be definitely true. Seen that type of thing before too. Wealth does not equal happiness. That's right, David. My dad came from nothing and became a high level corporate executive, so it always bugs me. Rich people, yeah, we were pretty well off overall. You are richer than me, says Patty. Well, you know, I look at it this way, and yeah, the family. I am blessed beyond measure, really, with because I have a wife who actually loves me, and she actually does the things with me. In other words, like I have a very unconventional life, unconventional ways of making money and things like that, as you guys know. And you know, I mean, I'm talking on YouTube, you know, a lot of times, and that's unconventional. It's more conventional now than it was, but it's a little bit unconventional, right? It takes a little people a while to figure out if that's a thing or not. But my wife has put up with so many different things that she's cool with. Like she understands, even if she might not wouldn't do these things herself. She understands, and she gives me space to be able to do the things that I do, which is awesome because a lot of people wouldn't. And so we've been in times where we weren't doing so well, like financially, and we've been in times where we're doing a little better financially. And she's been there the whole time, on both ends. While have tried things, while I've experimented with this, experimented with that, trying to figure it out. And yeah, so I hope to see us be at a place where she's blessed for it, you know, and that's why I work so hard. And that's why I do so many different things as well. I mean, it's one of the things, right? Of course. But yeah, I'm very thankful for that. And that is better than money. You know, it is better than money. And my children, you know, that's the big gift of life for some people. And so, yeah, I would never sit there and be like, oh, I'm envious of somebody's money because that in and of itself would not bring me the things that I have. Um, that's why you will make it, bro. Yeah, appreciate that, man. I knew I didn't ban you for unbanned you for a reason, man. Um, wish my dad were here to advise. He would have a lot to say about what matters. Yeah. Yeah, and people have made mistakes too. This is why I always say, because sometimes I've heard people be mad about like that their dad was never there because they were working all the time. I'm like, okay, there does have to be a balance. I get that, but that could have just been a simple miscalculation because that person might have had to work hard and felt like they had to work hard to provide for their family, and I bet they wish they had those times too. Um, so it might not be as malicious as people think. I have a question. How do you think about the new DoorDash robot on the news? You mean the dot thing, the red thing? My buddy Aaron's been taking videos of that robot, the robots or whatever for a long time. I think it's. I'll give you my thoughts on it in a little bit. I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Um, David Potter says I remember going with my granddad to cut a hollow tree up and haul the log home. It was full of bees and 7 gallons of honey. Nice. Sam Organo, what's up? Um, please read this. I was talking to a childhood friend. Okay. It is so important to be that for your husband. I have had people literally tell me that I need to tell my husband he's not allowed to have project cars or other things that he enjoys. I just don't understand. Yeah, I know, Kendra, and it seems like you guys kind of, it's very interesting because I know your husband knows how to, like, he likes working on cars and stuff too. Look, you know, if you got a husband that works on project cars and stuff, here's the good thing. When you get a flat tire, you got a guy that's going to get you out of the situation. When the starter goes out in the car, like happened to us the other day, you got a guy that's going to get you out of the situation, right? Most of the time. So there's benefit to, you know, having guys that go outside of the norm or whatever. And that used to be the norm, working on cars and stuff, but it's not anymore. I had the $50.25 promo. Got all the crappy orders. David, I had that promo too, and they gave me the $100 promo as well. So I knocked both of them out this last week. Thankfully so, because I was out of work for like 2.5 days basically. So very happy about that. Misunderstood says, I'm not rich and money doesn't matter. Experiences matter. My family brings me everything I need in life. There you go. Good for your wife being like that. It's great for you. Oh, great. It's great for you, but it's good for her too. Imagine being a wife who's always unhappy with her husband. What a miserable life that would be. Yeah, that's true too, you know? That's true too. I mean, it's hard to think of it that way sometimes on the other side, but yeah, I'm glad she's like glad she's happy, right? Um, my dad was gone a lot. Oh, gallons of honey. Yeah, 7 gallons of honey. That's awesome. That's a score, dude. That's expensive, man. Those DoorDash robots would not work in the hood. That's right, Maverick. They wouldn't make it very long. I could show you some spots in Raleigh, especially in Durham, where they probably would not last long. That is true. Um, Amy says, I did not finish the story. My childhood friend, all I remember about your dad is he was never there. which was not accurate, but her perspective was interesting. Ah, yeah. Yeah, people don't understand. Sometimes, look, you got to work hard. I've had people be like, you don't have to work 6 days a week or whatever. And it's like, well, I kind of do. You don't understand our financial, like, I'm not saying like current day, but like at the time when people might have said that, I'm like, I mean, I kind of do. Like, I've got to get ourselves in a better situation. So I kind of, till I figure out a better way to make money, yeah, I'm gonna be working 6 to 7 days a week. Sorry, I have to right now because it is what it is. But people don't understand that because maybe they're in a different situation. So yeah, no, I get it. And people on the outside they don't fully know, but they see things, and maybe they see things that we don't see sometimes too. Maybe there is some merit to that. Hey, take a break. So it's been good taking today off. It's been good taking today off. Even though I'm live streaming still, it's not really like work. We're just hanging out. So yeah, it is good to um, hands-on people rock. Yeah, dude, it's always good to have a hands-on person in your crew, man. I'm not knowledgeable about every system, like every different type of trade. Oh, but I could do a little bit of everything, and it does come in handy. And when I do have to deal with somebody else that has to do something on a higher level than I can handle, I at least understand it. So we communicate very well about getting that thing done, and work together possibly even to get it done. Let's see. Yeah, I love when he's in the garage. My friends tell me I should be mad that he's not with me and the kids all the time, but I love when he's doing something he loves. Some people can just be selfish. Yeah, I think you're right, Kendra. I think sometimes people are a little selfish, right? I could be selfish and be like, well, I want to go out with the boys all the time, but I don't really do that anymore. In fact, I don't really even have a lot of friends anymore like that, but I don't look at it as a bad way, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Texas girl, what's up? Texas girl coming in with the 1999. Appreciate that. Big internet fist bump. Thank you for the support, Texas girl. Big shout out. I don't think you have a channel. I always try to shout out you guys' channel, but I don't think you have one. I think you're just supporting because you're a real one, and I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Um, Patty says I worked as a bricklayer for 35 years. That's a real job, dude. A bricklayer is a real job. Can't work in construction without hands. That's true. Yep. Our bees ran off after 2 years. Um, all over the world. That's very cool, Patty. I mean, that's hard work. I respect that work, and to make you strong, and you got to be tough to do that, and you got to wake up and you got to do it in different, conditions as well. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Texas Girl. I do appreciate that. You're a awesome supporter. Texas Girl is an awesome supporter of the channel, and even though we're not doing the DoorDash stuff today, we're just hanging out. Still keeping the wheels rolling. So thank you so much, because the wheels got to roll tomorrow, right? So thanks, appreciate that. Never anxiety if I take a day off from dashing. It feels like I'm missing out on money. I know that's a thing. It's a common with gig work, and I've often like, I'm like, why is it like that? Maybe it's because we just don't make. It's not bukus of money, right? We get excited over $1,000 to $1,500 a week. We get excited over that, but a lot of times you have to work 6 or 7, sometimes most times 7 days to do it. So it is like that, Maverick, and I'm like that too. When I miss days, I try to chill as much as I can, especially if it's like a day I get off and hang out at the house, and that's cool too. So that's good to have that as well. Um, Have a funny, might take 2 posts. My dad got a new corporate job, left early in the morning, came home late at night. A new neighbor knocked on the door. Okay, I'll wait for that. Patty says Texas strong. Yeah, dude, y'all shouting out Texas girl. That's what's up. I love that. And honest to God said, and this is the neighbor. I'm trying to read Amy's thing here. And I quote, "Your husband never did come home last night, did he?" Oh. Um, let's see. Aaron goes, woohoo! I can't do thing Aaron does because my voice, like right now, my voice wants to give out. I have to drink the tea with the honey, but I can't do that. Woohoo, woohoo! He like he yells when he gets the super chats or whatever. So I just do the fist bump and I just express my gratitude because my voice could not take it, dude. Like I already like it always is on the verge of like going out. But but yeah, I do appreciate you guys. And I quote, your husband never did come home last night, did he? Yeah, it's kind of funny because people don't know. It just means that they were sleeping the whole time when he came in and when he left. I got you. Patty's a tough one. Um, my mill, I don't know what that means, also told me I need to put my foot down and let my husband know it is not okay to go out with his friends. That's just not me and at all. I would never tell him that. He never does anyway. Right, but still, right. Yeah, I don't go out with friends anymore. I don't really have friends like that anymore. I'm okay with that. Mother-in-law, got you. I'm okay with that because the friends that I do have, very few, like my IRL friends, very few. But I used to be in, I used to my activities used to be less productive type of things, right? Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to get into everything on this stream, but I used to do things that were a lot less productive, and there are always people that will hang out with you doing that, right? And when you begin to not do those things anymore, you start to notice that you wonder if these people are your friends or just a matter of convenience. And I think it turns out in a lot of cases they're a matter of convenience. And when you start doing other things that are more productive, you find out who your friends are. Because there's still people that will come around and say what's up and hang out and be there for me if I need help. But we don't hang out with every day or whatever. But I think it's better that way. I don't want like friends is not a currency that I need. Now, community is one thing. There's people that I help out that would help me out, things like that. But we don't just sit around and hang out, you know, drink and all that kind of stuff, right? Um, and if you have a good friend that and you start doing things that are better for you, that friend is going to be happy about that and they're going to be cool. But family is your only friend. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. So I tell people nowadays, like I have a family now. Now, I have one friend that I used to go hang out with and I used to do the videos of the drift events. And I would still hang out with him. He's cool. I help him with his car and stuff. Then again, if I need help with my car, he's right there too, because we've been doing that for years. And that's the only place that I've gone in years to go hang out, other than work, um, is at the drift events, because I like drifting. I like cars, and that's a cool community over there. And I like hanging out with those guys, and also helping out, working on the cars and stuff like that. So I have done and filming it. Obviously, I have the videos on the channel. That's the only thing I've done like that. But yeah, it's the thing is, it's like it's between the wife and the husband what they're cool with, right? It's like it's nobody else's business. Once you get married, if if the married couple can agree with what it is that they are doing, with what you're gonna do this, I'm gonna go do this, then it's nobody else's business, dude. It doesn't matter. You know, my wife likes to make, she makes some really good food at home. She homeschools the kids. She does all these things, right? And a lot of people might be like, oh, don't you want to go out? Don't you want to do this? Well, this is what she's decided. We've talked about this, and this is the life that she wants to do. And I'm very cool with it as well because it keeps my kids out of this terrible public school up here, and they learn a lot more. They're much more knowledgeable, much more capable of reading and doing a lot of different stuff as a result. They're not corrupted by all the crazy ideas. And I don't even tell them necessarily what to think, but it's like how to think that's more important. And that should be, no, see, I have no black eyes. We're good. But yeah, she wants to do that. A lot of people are like, might think that that's me trying to control well, then the husband's controlling your wife, making her work at home and stuff. And it's like, no, dude, that's what fulfills her. We happen to meet and be cool, and this worked out. That's the blessing of it. It's not that you know what I mean? We happen to agree on the way we want to do things, and that's a good thing, and it's nobody else's business. to tell her what she should do or should be doing or shouldn't do. She can go out if she wants, like, and she does. She actually, I mean, they have the homeschool group moms, and they'll go out and go to dinner and stuff or whatever. But it's nobody's business. Heather, what's up? How's it going? Mike says, has anyone ever seen DoorDash delivery robot? Yeah, Mike, my buddy Aaron, who's in the chat, has videoed that robot quite a bit. Need to have chill time, yeah. Well, right now this is kind of my chill time. That's like away from my family, like chill time. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then I have chill time with my wife, and then I have chill time with my kids, and then and then I have work. And that's basically it. That's basically it. Kendra says, yes, so many people over the years have gotten so upset over the way my husband and I do things, like this affects your life zero. Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, it's not it's 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 my my children are my children, my wife is my wife. It's our life. We do it the way we're doing it, the way we see that's the best way to do it for us. And it's really nobody else's business. As long as everything's on the up and up. Obviously, there are people out there that do crazy stuff and whatever. But, my wife wants to cook for me and have food ready for me when I get home. I love it. I love it. And she likes to do it too. So if that's too traditional for some people, that's on them. And I'll tell you, if you're a guy, you're missing out. Let's see. I see a stupid bot every day. Yeah, Aaron's Gig. That's the guy right there. Aaron's Gig. That's my buddy. He films the bot every couple of days. You'll see it on his channel. So whoever mentioned the bot, go over to Aaron's Gig. He has videos of it. He played chicken with it last night, and the bot actually chickened out. So, 300 and then burned out. All DoorDash sent you were shopping orders. Wow. Patty says whip. Let's see here. That's a pretty traditional for 2026. Yeah, I mean it is. It is, but not many others doing it that way. But it's fulfilling. It's really good. I mean, look, it's not like you guys see. It's not like I go out and I'm always just going out and drinking with the boys all the time. We work, right? You're with me. I work like 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, sometimes 13 hours a day. So it is what it is. I'm doing my part, and I'm building things on the side as well, and she understands that. So she's really cool, man. Heather says, oh, I'm still out. I have a lot to do tomorrow, though. Post office admissions, registration. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. It's all the boring stuff of life, right? It is really enjoyable. I love to serve in my home. Sounds like me and your wife are a feminist's worst nightmare. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like very powerful feminine energy what you guys are doing. So it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like if they don't think that, then that's kind of weird. Mike says playing chicken with a DoorDash bot. Yeah, dude, check out Aaron's stream last night, Mike, and you can find it. Aaron, you need to go timestamp when you did that. David says I'm going home. My wife's cooking. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's nothing like it, dude. Nothing like it. It's an awesome thing. I love taking care of my husband food-wise. Was not picky, which was a huge benefit to me. Yeah, it is nice. I mean, if your wife does food, you shouldn't what's the word? Yeah, you should be thankful about that and be yeah, don't be too picky, right? Don't be too dang picky about it, right? Of course, there's some things I won't eat, but she knows that, so she isn't gonna make that for me. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But it's like, yeah, be thankful. It goes both ways. Street goes both ways. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Ren is in the house. What's up? What did you miss? We've just been talking about all kinds of things. We talked about pyramids. We talked about flat Earth. Some people, I think one person said that they thought the Earth was flat, so we talked about that. Women naturally want to make a nest no matter what career they take on. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and not everybody, it's like I said, it's not, maybe not everybody wants to do that, but it's nobody's business to tell somebody else what they should or shouldn't do with their life, right? Heather loves being single. Try telling me what to do. I love being by myself. I hear you. Missed a lot, clearly. Yeah. It looks like a limo. That's what I'm gonna start telling people. It's a limousine. Nah, I'm just playing. It's a minivan. Let's see. A good woman is worth more than gold. That's true, Patty. David says the earth is not flat. No, I agree with you. But somebody in the chat did say that they thought the earth was flat. We had this conversation on my other... David, are you on my other channel, Real Thoughts Project? You should be, because I think you would dig it. Not trying to tell you should subscribe or anything, but... Patty lost a bunch of gold. Yeah. I'm going to go do something real quick. Turn this thing on. I'll be right back. But yeah, I personally don't think... I think the earth is not flat. But I had a guy argue with... Well, I mean, we weren't arguing, but he was just like... He was just throwing out point after point after point after point the other day about how... On the other channel, about how things... About how it was flat. And I was like... Eventually... I think somebody in the comments even was like, dude, you just need to like make another, like you need to make a video. And I was like, I even said, I told him, I was like, dude, you should, cause he has a channel, the guy. And I was like, you should, I'm not, I like the guy, whatever, he's cool, whatever, but he just believes the earth's flat. I was like, you should just put all those data points in a video and just put the video out. You know what I mean? And then I'll even watch your video, you know what I mean? But I just can't keep up with all that. It's like, it was going on and on. I was like, dude, and I'm okay with it. Like, I'll have the conversation, but love the flat Earth topic along with Harp and Ian's article. Yeah. Mike says Earth equals round. The other channel, Troy, is Real Thoughts Project. Real Thoughts Project. You'll see my face with on the thing. My hair's probably a little better than it is here, but yeah. So that's not the only stuff we talk about over there. It's just, but it's exactly what it sounds like. I'm gonna turn this thing on real quick. See if it'll work. Yes, it works. All right, we're gonna run that thing for a while. Gaps in the window there so I can breathe. Don't want to have the carbon monoxide. It's fun to talk about, more interesting than Kardashians, yeah. Patty says flat is flat. Flat is flat. Who are Snorefest? I don't know. Is the screen shaking right now? Hopefully not. Maybe the engine will level off. It runs, but barely. Let's see. Whatever the truth is, they will never tell us. That's probably true, Mike. That's probably true. I did some research. Oh, hold on. I did some research. One of the reasons why they are making the Doordash robot is because some of the true scary stories, real Doordash or fake Doordash people on the news. I'll say this differently than that. World fun and amazing 70-10. I think that the crazy stuff, the scary crazy stuff that you see about Doordash drivers on the news is because of the bots. So I reverse that. I think they put it out on the news because they're pushing the bots. So the bots are being given out as a solution to this crazy stuff that you see on the news. Does that make sense? That's how I see the world. Like, I mean, that's the way I kind of look at it. So with the bots and everything, it's like, you could say, yeah, they're coming out with the bots because somebody pepper sprayed the food. Some crazy person like pepper sprayed somebody's food. I say they publicize the pepper spraying of somebody's food to promote the bots. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That's kind of how I look at it. Saw a Doordash robot last month. It's crazy, yeah. It is crazy to see them. What are the scariest stories about Doordashers? Maybe I don't want to know. Oh, Ren, you probably may have seen it, but I think they're talking about like the lady that pepper sprayed the food or whatever because she didn't get a tip and stuff like that. Like it made the news, and everybody was talking about it. And all the other Doordash YouTube people, except for me, all made videos talking about it and stuff like that. And my thought on it is like that's the kind of thing that you would use to sell a robot, I don't think the robot's a solution to that. I think the robot will be sold as a solution to that, though. The relaxation music coming from that robot in Aaron's video cracked me up. Yeah, why do they have to have that? Is that like so if you're gonna like go up and like vandalize it that you get relaxed and you don't do that? It's like, oh man, I was feeling pretty like ready to vandalize this robot, but like now I don't because there's relaxation music. The bots were a plan before the pepper spray. Exactly, Mike. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Um, I've seen the robot ones in Miami, very similar to the Waymos that are basically self-driving Uber. Yeah, exactly. They're like these little red robots, and they got eyes too that like look around. It's kind of funny. Like they scoot, man. They go like 20 something. I mean, they're fast. Aaron was driving down the road the other day, like filming one, and it was like going down the road. That's noise pollution. The relaxation music. People will do nothing and have and be happy. And have nothing and be happy. Yeah. That's the plan, Patty. That's the plan. That's the plan. They want to kill ownership, and I think that's why the narrative against like rich people. It's like it's not because they care about anybody. It's because the narrative is like, oh, this is doing a bad thing to you. Then you can't have a house anymore. You can't have you don't own your car. You'll rent the car, or you know what I mean. And so that's the deal. Have my plan for robot attack since Y2K. I remember that I was young, but I remember my parents telling me that before Y2K happened, like before it was supposed to happen, I remember my parents telling me that it was like a bunch of nonsense and that people were losing their minds for no reason and nothing was going to happen. And they explained the narrative of it, but they were like, yeah, probably just nothing's going to happen. Just chill out. I was a little kid, I mean, some people in the research is about the poor DoorDash people getting attacked or robbed by criminals. Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's okay. That's a different take on it. Maybe. So you're saying they're going to deploy the bots in the hood. The problem with that is that's the place where they're going to get vandalized. So it's almost like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a tough situation. Maybe they should just not deliver to the hood anymore, right? My dad got rich selling Y2K software that was going to save their computers. Nice. Every human should have a home. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if everybody could own a home, right? So I don't think there's anything wrong with owning things. Like, yeah, when you die, obviously you're not going to still have that thing. You're dead. So, like, it's not like it couldn't happen. But I don't think the financial machine works that way. What Y2K did and all the narrative made you think about prepping. Gotcha. Well, prepping's not bad. Being obsessed with it might be. Now I'm broadcasting from a Starlink right now, so if the mobile network goes down, I'm gonna still be broadcasting. Home ownership has its privileges, Aaron says. Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing, right? For most, it might not be for everybody. He didn't say own; he said had a home. Yeah. Everybody should have a home. I agree with that. And I think as many people as should work hard enough to be able to own a home should be able to. It's not a given. I don't think you should be given anything. Prepping is more important in today's age. Oh, it's always been important. Already think about solar back then, yeah. Crazy unstable state of the world, yeah. Yeah, I mean, always being prepared is good. Being prepared is a good thing. So, nothing wrong with it. I don't think maybe being too obsessed is not good because you'll end up spending all your money on the stuff that you'll never use. I see that a lot. But yeah, I used to like watch a lot of prepper channels and stuff. I still do. There's a couple that I still do, but I have the Starlink, dude. I mean, that's my prep of the month. Like that's my big purchase. Pretty much every month now for a while, like because I'm gonna have to pay monthly on it. So I've got to try to see if it's worth it, but it seems to be working really good for these broadcasts. These are good tests of the system to make sure that it works. We've done a couple tests driving around with it. It's going to be interesting when we go to the mountains because I'm gonna probably get something to put it up on top of the van with my family whenever we go to the mountains next. So I can mount it on the van, and we'll have internet in places where we don't usually have access, in places that the phones don't even work. The elites think we are useless eaters, and they will plan on moving into huge underground cities, making the rest of us unalive, probably. I don't regret spending money to have my own power system. Yeah, I would. I think that's money well spent. You're less dependent on the when they tried to shut the EBT stuff down, like the government shut down for that EBT stuff. I made a video on the other channel. I had a lot of responses. I had hundreds of responses on there, and I discussed, because you had people that were like, rip the Band-Aid off, just take it completely away, and then you had people that were like, well, everybody needs, they need the help, and then there's people that were like, well, people are selling their food stamps, and I'm like, okay, it's in between. There's definitely people that need help. Maybe they have a physical issue or whatever, they can't work, but then there's people abusing the system. I think the answer for everybody that it could possibly be, and I'm always going to push to try to do these little steps to be less dependent, right? Like I have the Starlink. I'm not as dependent on the mobile networks. If that goes down, I have communication. It's a little glitchy sometimes, but it works. The food. It's like I grow a little bit of food in buckets when it gets warm. I'm not feeding my whole family with that, but it's a step towards being a little bit less dependent. Every cucumber I grow, every tomato I grow, every pepper I grow is one thing that I don't have to, to buy. So that helps me a little bit, right? And over the years, I've been able to build the soil up. I don't really have to buy a lot of stuff every year to make that happen. So, government's shutting down again, I think. Yeah, maybe. I got a microphone, hoping to successfully use it on Tuesday nights. Yeah, sounds great. So I hope to have your quality. Nice. If you get on your level, Kendra, you're already on a whole nother level. Like, get out of here. But I can't wait to see how it sounds. What kind of microphone did you get? Selling your food stamps is stupid anyway, because you have to sell them for half what they're worth. Yeah, I know. And somebody was talking about oh yeah, they give the food stamps out because of inflation, and I'm like, well, here's something. I know some people need it. I don't discredit that. But if everyone that uses it that doesn't need it, this is like a government subsidized, actually tax money subsidized buying of food every month that undoubtedly increases the price of food. So that's another angle to think about. There's a lot of different ways to think about it, but I think there's a multiple things can be true at once type of thing going on here. So I don't just some people are like, well, just rip the Band-Aid, just take them all away. I'm like, well, if you do that, you're going to have chaos, crime, all kinds of problems. Also, the issue is going to fall on the churches and the food banks, and it's going to impact them heavily, and they're not going to be able to, they're going to probably get crushed under the weight of the need, and then they're going to have to deal with that. So it's just going to be a bunch of issues. So there's got to be another way, and the way would be that anybody who's willing to be should do everything they can do to be as little dependent as they can. I know everybody can't get completely away from it, but just a little bit of things, just a little step in the right direction. Patty says, God bless America. Are you in a bunker right now? I am in the bunker right now, but I'm not really. I'm in a minivan. Amy says, how long can you prepare for the thing that never happens without going out of your mind? Yeah, exactly. Just be ready for basic stuff, Think about things that really happen, like storms, power outages, stuff like that. That's the most, that stuff can actually happen, so just be ready for that. Super Chat's got me broke. What's the name? What a name. Nice. Super Chat's got me broke, dude. I didn't even realize that name. That's an awesome name. How long can you... Yeah, I just read that. Let's see. It's a DJI Mini? Nice. That's a good one, dude. That's like a good quality microphone. DJI has good stuff. Work is the best thing a person can do. Yeah, I mean, work... You got to be willing to work, There's so many people that are like try to figure out how to make money without working, and it's like they work so hard to do that. It's like you could have just worked. I'm not saying work at McDonald's, but it's like, you know, even when you figure out that business or that thing that you're gonna do, you got to work. Like even the little bit of money that I make on YouTube, like, dude, I work every single day, right? So I'm working. There's no free, like, the free lunch thing is like not sustainable. Jody is in the house. What's up? I did have a nice weekend. I hung out with the family today. Yesterday I went out and worked a little bit, drove around in the snow, hung out with the family today. It's been good. Too bad DJI banned in the USA. Well, I think it's just the drones, Mike, that are banned. I don't think they like the drones. I think they think it's like spy equipment or something. But that's BS too. I kind of wish they weren't. It's good equipment, so I don't know why. But let's face it, guys. Stuff that's made in like China is good now. You know, like, people rag on the Chinese knives and stuff, and it's like, dude, I've got some Chinese made knives that are good. Like, they're good. The steel is good. The heat treat's good. Like, some of them are actually good quality knives. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I can't trash them because they're good. Now there is a bunch of junk also, but there's levels to the game from stuff that comes from China, and there's some stuff that is like higher quality than stuff that comes out of America, and I hate that, but it is what it is. Nice, good to hear. Yeah, I thought it was all of it. What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, I think it's just the drones. Japanese knives are the best. Oh yeah, Japanese knives are good. Japanese blade technology goes back long time. So as long as it's traditional Japanese knives, it is good. Try not to make fun of young people. It's getting harder. It's getting harder each birthday. Where's my spanner, bro? Be on the lookout. Hand-forged Japanese machete. Oh man, that'd be cool. Yeah, Mike, you had me talking about Rambo knives yesterday. At the end of the stream, because you said you were going to go watch Rambo 3, and I was like, dude, I always wanted the Rambo 3 knife, but I found out now that I actually bought one that's a similar style, looks the same pattern and everything, but it's like a rat tail tang. That knife is made with the blade, and then it comes down to a smaller piece, and then it comes down to like a threaded piece that actually threads onto the back. And it's not like the super tough knife that we all thought it was. It's still a cool looking knife though. What a disappointing movie. First Blood was the best, yeah. First Blood was the best because it had a lot of character insight. Like, it was a character driven, even though he didn't really have a lot of words or dialogue, the character aspect was there. It was really like real deal. I'm off to bed. Have a great night, everyone. All right, Kendra, thank you for hanging out, and I can't wait to hear that DJI mic, dude. Can't wait to hear what your voice sounds like on that thing. A good microphone can make a difference, man. It really does, dude. So yeah, you're definitely about to up your game. Your game's on a good level already, so can't wait to see it or hear it. Everybody's telling Kendra good night. Hold on, I've been live for 2 hours, 13 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's see. So, DoorDash. Let's see. Where's my phone? Let's see if I got the thing. Speaking of DoorDash stuff, it's a lot of people are here for, but really not really, I think. Okay, so it still says, dang, really? They'll turn it back on tomorrow. It still says area shut down. Area shut down due to severe weather. So hopefully they'll turn on tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 40 degrees. You can always ban me. I'll ban you and unban you. I just realized I could listen to music on my phone in the background without getting John a contract strike. Well, yeah. Yeah, you just listen to the music. I can't hear it. YouTube can't hear it. I got nowhere to go. I'm in jail on my phone. Prisoner to the smartphone. Yeah, it's Jon. Easier. 3 letters. Yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. I mean, like, it's cool. It's cool to be able to get on here and, just chop it up a little bit. Let's look at the other channel real quick. See if somebody said that I had a good number of people over there now. So let's see. See how many people we got. 317, dude. You guys did show out over there. Cool. Cool, dude. That's what's up. So we got 317 on Real Thoughts Project. Okay, we had a glitch there. A little glitch there, but we're good. Not just John, Jon. Just John. But yeah, Doordash is saying it's shut down. So hopefully tomorrow they'll be back open. And this is like all these. That's North Raleigh. That's our market we go to the most. It's like right there. Sometimes we go over to Wake Forest. It's right there. I have known prisoners in jail who had cell phones before. They sneak them in. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I think they have tablets now. I don't know what they can do on the tablets, but I think they have tablets. Like in prison though, not in jail. Like the books and stuff. You used to could read books. I think it's tablets now. Hopefully I don't ever have to find out. You know what I mean? Let's see. But yeah, hopefully they'll open this up, man. I hate that. So I thought it wasn't shut down. I'm gonna force stop the app and open it back up and just make sure that's up to date. Big Mac? Get a Big Mac? Sonoran says it's no fun. I wouldn't imagine it is. I'm not trying to try it out, dude, to be honest with you. Yeah, area shut down. Still. This guy said, wait, hold on. This guy said you want to buy that from me, homie, who's in jail. What? And I'm like, how's that possible? Well, the guy had a hidden cell phone. It was coordinating everything between. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's sketchy, though. Sketchy to deal with that. Never know what the ulterior motives might be. David says, jail sucks. Been there, done that. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Don't hang out with that person anymore. Yeah. If you have somebody that's got if you're dealing with somebody that's coordinating something with somebody it's just something I would have probably stayed away from back in the day. I'll tell you that. I'll just leave it at that. Let's get back over here to the other channel, to my channel. They're both my channels. I don't know why I said that. It's my main channel. Stopped associating with him before something bad happened. Yeah, it's not a good association right there. Do you sleep in your car? No. I'm just streaming in the car. I'm guessing you just randomly popped in. I usually drive stream a lot, and then we hang out sometimes in the van. I don't have a big house, so I hang out in the van so I don't bother my family. So my wife and kids, I don't want to bother them. OG Sean White, you dropped this. Let me pick that up, brother. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for the 15. Give you a big fist bump there. Give you so many fist bumps today. Hope you're doing well, man. You still hanging in there? You been hanging in listening this whole time, or are you just dropping back in? Big shout out to OG Sean White, guys. Go to his channel. Subscribe to his channel, guys. It's right there. It's got the OG right there. He was Sean White before Sean White was Sean White. That's why he's the OG Sean White. He gives us a wake-up call every day. He's got a lot of shorts that he puts out every day. He's here listening, still dashing. Nice, dude. Nice. Glad you could hang out with us while we're dashing. I'm going to force stop my YouTube app on this phone over here, see if I can get the comments to come back up. I've had some glitches on this YouTube app. I think a lot of it's just glitching out. Man. Yeah, dude. Aaron's still here. Aaron said, "Woo, woohoo!" He's doing that. He's doing that thing for me in the chat. I can't do it because it's gonna just my throat, like, dude, my voice. I know I talk a lot, like, all day, and my voice is always like on the edge of like giving out. I can't do it. Yeah, Sean's got the great motivational shorts. Yeah, for sure, dude. And from the car, he's in the car right now, dude, hustling. What are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Who knows? I love it, dude. Sean's got a great attitude. Great attitude, great work ethic. And he's got the kind of stuff like you'd like to see on YouTube too. So I'm glad he's doing something with his channel now. You better end it before it glitches out again. Oh man, it'll be all right. You know what? You kicking me off my stream? Everybody says thank you, Sean. Everybody's thanking you, dude. I don't know if you read the chat or not, but regular Hemingway for a time. Oh, my husband would disappear, I'm sorry, into our travel trailer when he needed to write a book. Yeah. Mike was just talking about some gangster stuff. Yeah. Mike was talking about a time where he almost probably had some people snitching on him. Glad you ended that situation before it got bad. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're just hanging out, man. I don't know how long I'll be on here. Glad you guys hanging out with me so we could just chop it up a little bit. We always talk about all of the different topics. I do need to start live streaming over on Real Thoughts Project some more. I would do it now, but my voice is like going, I think, and I'm gonna need it tomorrow. So I'm thinking about going live on Doordash. I'm not really sure if I want to do it though. Yeah, it is a bit of extra work. I'll give it that. Like, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's not hard. It's because you DoorDash all the time and because you go live frequently, David. You could probably pull it off. You know what I mean? I'd watch it. No one was snitching nothing but hanging out with gang members who are selling things from prison as sketch. Nothing good comes from it. Yeah. Nah, dude, it can't be good, right? Gotta hang out with people that are legit, man. Hang out with people like Sean, dude. He's working every day. He's giving good words of wisdom and motivation, you know. And I don't think you're gonna be listening to people like Sean and going out and getting in trouble. So, you know, I try to be as much like that as I can be as well. I want to be a good influence, not a bad influence. I don't even want to be an influence, but you get what I'm saying. I'd like to be one of the friends that's like not getting you into trouble and doing, you know, sketchy stuff. At least if I do sketchy stuff, I'll be just doing it on my own, and then you guys might be watching. But I'm not encouraging people to do sketchy stuff. That's for sure. You're young. Your tonsils are in good shape. I'll be all right. I got the tea with the honey. It helps heal me. I use it every day. So, well, most days I use it. So, I just try to stay hydrated. And I'll be all right. Just the dry air and stuff, you know, get you from the heat in the winter mostly. And for being in a car, that's another thing I just thought about. Like the car heat. The car heat's dry. I did some stupid stuff before they made it illegal. So glad illegal, yeah. Yeah. Anymore since it's. Yep. Patty says prison is not fun. Yeah, guys, don't get in trouble, man. Don't do anything wrong. Don't do anything illegal. Let's just say, because it's not worth it. It isn't worth it. I think everybody's probably done something stupid in their life or whatever before. So it is what it is. But I got so lucky when I think about it, Mike says. Well, I don't want to know what on the live stream. So, but I can imagine. I feel you. I feel you, man. Amy says, "Why I stay perfect in every way." That's right. Squeaky clean. We could get a pin roller for $5 in prison. Interesting. It's probably a lot about prison, like regular people don't know. And probably would be shocked, but I don't know either. So, I couldn't tell you, man. I'm glad I couldn't tell you, but I'm definitely interested to hear from people. And at least I got out of the game before anything happened. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get out of the game. Yeah. Let's see. No, nothing like that. It doesn't pay, you know. I mean, all that stuff like doesn't pay. You're gonna pay for it one way or another, you know. It is what it is. There's so many good ways to make a living right now. You know, times are hard, inflation's tough, but there's still a lot of good ways to make a living. There's a lot of good things you can do. Sometimes you might have to think outside the box, might have to build a new skill or fall back on an old skill that you have, but people involved in that are scary. Yeah, I bet I've met some scary people in my life as well. I know they're out there, like actual scary people. So it is what it is, man. Just gotta be careful where you hang out, who you hang out with, what you're doing. You know? Even when you're not, you should always be aware. But you can minimize your chances. You know. That's what I was telling that guy the other day on a live stream on the other channel. I was like, dude, you know how to survive a violent protest? Don't be there. You know? Simple. Not everybody wants to hear that, so, you know, I get it, but that's my take, and that's the way I look at it. David says, we've been below freezing temps for 2 weeks. Yeah, dude, that sucks. So, David, it was 15 yesterday when I was driving around in the snow because I had to go get my boy, so we Doordashed a little bit and live streamed. It started snowing, covering the ground. It was 15 degrees. Optimist says, true. Talking about the don't go to a violent protest. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, this is the thing. You can minimize your chances of getting into trouble by not being at certain places, not doing certain things. And it's like, I would never imagine that I could go up and start yelling at and maybe even throwing things at a police officer and ever get away with it. Like, I would never imagine that could be that I would get away with that. Like, I can't imagine it. Like, I mean, it's stupid to imagine that. I've been pulled over speeding before. I've had other kind of incidences with the law or whatever, and I've experienced police officers enough to know that, like, you can't just get away with, and it doesn't have to do with my political affiliation, my color, any of that, dude. If you want to go and be violent towards a police officer, like, there's going to be a price to pay for that. I can guarantee it, dude. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's like running into a wall. It's like running into a wall, dude, and you bang your head against it. It's gonna hurt, and there's no way around it. You can't imagine that it isn't there. Like, it's real, it's there, and it is what it is. The best way to do it is just not to do it. Some people feel like they shouldn't give up their right to go to protest. I get that. Look, I'm all for the right to protest, but to be, like, violent is stupid. To be violent against the police is freaking stupid. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, that's the dumbest thing you can. It's as dumb as you can get. It's as dumb as you can get. I'll go that far to say that. What the heck do you think is going to happen? Like, it's like going up to a grizzly bear and just, like, picking a fight. What do you think is going to happen? You know, I've seen police officers, when you just don't even say exactly what they want to say, start to get upset. So it's like, why would you? Anyway, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, dude. I probably lost 2 viewers, and I don't care. I don't care. How funny to see you. Scrolled here on accident. What's up? Scrolled here on accident. All right, that's cool. Well, hey, what's up? We're in here. Let's see. What do you guys saying, dude? Let's see. Right. Okay. All of us here on the East Coast got a snow. Aaron is lucky because he's in Arizona. Yeah, he is. I mean, it is nice to be in Arizona and get 70 degrees, right? But my brother wanted to drag my mom to one of those protests, and she is old, frail, and I was so pissed. Try to stop it. Yeah, dude. Don't bring your kids or like your elderly people or your animals, my goodness, please don't bring the animals to the protest, right? Like, I mean, my goodness, dude, that's cruelty. Um, Patty says, "Get on with your life." Yeah, exactly. Glad went to jail. Never want to do that again. Hard to be a smart person in jail. Yeah, you're probably right about that. All protests could be violent if anything happened. Um, that's true. Um, don't F with the law. I mean, yeah, simple, dude. It's like whether you you can disagree with the law, but there's laws that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm not gonna go force my will on the police officers for it. It's like, whatever, dude. I have to deal with that situation how I must deal with it, like however I decide to deal with it or not, or just abide by the law and not like it, but you know what I mean? Still, it is what it is. Let's see. That was for Optimus. Oh, okay. Oh, you know each other? I got you. Jail's hard for not a hard game number. Yeah. For DUI. Shoved cake in your face. Oh, because you said something make him mad. You'll probably have to join a gang just to survive. Yeah. Yeah, so try to stay. So that's another place to try to stay away from, right? Is incarceration. So definitely got to try to stack the odds in your favor by avoiding these situations if possible, right? Obviously stuff happens, but it's like, dude, yeah. But anyhow, well, that didn't completely kill my numbers, dude. So that's interesting. 4 of the deputies got fired for selling that. I got 10. Yeah, dude, that happens. It is interesting, David. Well, I have videos on the other channel. I mean, I'm not like. So you'll know if you look at my other channel, I have videos on the flock cameras, and I was talking about how some of the police were using and abusing those AI databases for the flock cameras to like stalk their girlfriends and stuff, and they just had to resign. Like that's all they had, and if a regular person had done that who didn't have a badge, it would have been a big problem. But for them, they just resigned, and I thought that wasn't fair. I see things that aren't fair. I get that, but there's a way to deal with things, and there's a way not to deal with things. 120 degrees. Yeah, it's like the hot weather in Arizona may outweigh the warm weather in the winter. The hot in the summer. It's like you got to put up with that to get the 70-degree winters. Patty says prison is no joke. Coffee Mom is back, especially in the South. Yeah. Accidentally found your channel and found you have good things to say. Been watching you for an hour and you haven't cussed once, so I subscribed to your channels. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Appreciate you subscribing. What's the name? Rakamaru 3400. If I said that wrong, just let me know. I try not to cuss. Occasionally something might come out. If, something happens or whatever, but I try not to. You know what I mean? Sometimes I know people might have their children watching occasionally, like with them or something, and yeah. So I'll try to keep that in mind. Now, if I almost get hit by a car, occasionally I might let something loose because that happened the other night. I don't know if I did or not, but that would be the type of thing that could happen. Somebody. I was in a one-way going into a McDonald's, and somebody on the live stream, somebody almost hit me, and then they put their car up on the curb. I think they were drunk. It was a Friday or a Saturday night. It was at 2:00 in the morning. So once again, my fault for probably being out at 2 in the morning, but we were working, we were door dashing, so it is what it is. Sonoran says DrivingDaily is legit. Thanks, Sonoran. I appreciate that. It's hot here. Got the AC on. Says Hustler Cali. So I guess you're in Cali, probably SoCal or something. Sure, it says, yes, it's me. Yo. Oh, okay. Still thinking about when I got cake to my face. I mean, it could have been worse. Um, that's cool. I'm talking about always. Yeah, no, I try not to always. Because I know that, I want, if my children watch this ever, because they don't always watch, but if they ever did, I would not want to set like a terrible example. It was 85 today. My goodness, dude. You got to be in the southern part of the state. Let's see. "12 in Michigan. It was 15 here yesterday. 15 here yesterday. Especially 1 to 5 a.m. when the actual crazy happens. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so like it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I was doing the downtown Raleigh shift. Like I was in that market, going back and forth from like the college town to downtown and stuff. And there's a McDonald's. It's like a 24-hour McDonald's, and there's a one-way in, and this girl just, I think somebody correct timestamped it, but yeah, this girl just was coming through the parking lot pretty fast, just going out the wrong way, and like she missed me. She swerved to miss me, went up on a curb, like her car just like a curb like that big, and she just kind of looked at me like this. She was just like, and she kept driving. Like I don't know if she was drunk or just stoned or something. Like I don't know. It was late night, just whatever. Not sure, man, but it was not good. Kids change you, I hear. Well, kids make you change. It's your responsibility to change if you're not already right, like with what you're doing. When you have kids, it makes you become responsible. So then you realize you can't take some of the risks that you used to take. And yeah, you also realize they're going to be watching everything you do. And I'm not perfect, so I'm not saying that, but yeah, anyway. Coffee Mama says, everybody please hit the like button and press the bell and subscribe to John's channel. Coffee Mama is smart and sounds like a good thing to do. Hit the like button. I don't know. I didn't say it. Coffee Mama said it. Appreciate that. Let's see. HB, yeah, bro. How are you? You guys are talking to each other. Do you drive with the Uber? I used to drive Uber, like rideshare, back in the day, but I don't anymore. So I don't do that anymore. Today's high for Georgia was 34. It's 43 in Oklahoma. That's not too bad. Not too bad. How many kids do you have? I have 4 kids right now. 4 kids. Sparky says, real talk. Yeah. Yeah, so thanks. Coffee Mom says you're welcome. Glad to hear, dude. You guys are talking to each other. I now do a Catholic. What is that? Litany of humility. Keeping that cake smashed in my face, in my mind. Oh, okay. Yosef, how's it going? Yeah, there we go. 60 people stayed. We got 60 real ones in the house. What's up, guys? Really thought it was me for a minute. Oh yeah, no, it was probably my phone. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I know how to do this YouTube stuff, man. It happens. Sometimes the phone doesn't like us, and it's like, yeah, whatever. Coffee Mama says back. Yosef says I can't go to Georgia because of the storm. Yeah. It's going down to 3 here. 3 degrees? That sucks. I don't like that. Nobody likes that. Who likes that, dude? How do you guys live in these crazy temperatures, man? It's crazy. Yeah, we had 60 real individuals that stayed for the crash. Had faith that I was coming back. You were telling us about Yusuf. Yeah. Yusuf, I think, weren't you telling me about that you think the earth is flat the other day? I think you were the one that was saying that. But I was like, dude, you got to just make a video because I can't keep up with all of it. We disagree on that, but we're still cool. I don't think it's flat. 701 says, how was your day? My day was pretty good. I hung out with family. I got some dogs back to their owner that ran up to the house. Same dogs as last week. And yeah, so it's been good. Sonoran remembers, right? You were there. It's not flat. Dome. A dome shaped or something. It's the same concept though, right? It's not a ball. That's what you think. Yeah, Sonoran was there. Yeah. I've played Gloria. I don't know what that is. It's in the scripture. I don't know where it's in the scriptures that it says that. I know it talks about the firmament. I know about that. But I don't think that proves it's a dome. Like the waters above and below. I think that's not. I don't think that means it's a dome. But that's my interpretation. Hollow Earth is where it's at, says Amy. Oh my gosh, we gotta talk about a rabbit hole. If the Earth is hollow, how far does that rabbit hole go? All the way, right? In the world underground. Goodness gracious. Joseph doesn't believe in space. Genesis chapter 1. Yep. What did you have for dinner, John? What did I have for dinner? They were like these burrito things that my wife made. Burritos and rice and beans, like refried beans today. Yesterday she made this, it was like pad thai or something. And then she made some like, I don't know what the other thing was. It was some kind of chicken, like kind of casserole thing the other day. I've been eating good. I might not eat while I'm on the road every day, but I've been eating really good when I do eat. If you look up the word Nessa in Hebrew. Okay, I don't want to get into too deep into that. Gloria is a disco song I can't get out or can't get away from. Oh, okay. Stuck in your head, huh? I got you. Gotcha. Hello, everyone. Luca's Gallant, 7,000. What's up? How's it going? How long have I been on live? 2 hours and 43 minutes. Guys, we've been talking for a long time. It's 10:53. Let me see if he's still up. Which one of my family members is still up? When can I work? I think I could work tomorrow, but like crazy enough, my Dash right now is shut down in my area. It's shut down right here. Let's see. Do you ever think about doing React videos about food delivery drivers? Your channel would be amazing. I am that food delivery driver, so I guess I just do that, instead. But I don't really like React video. I mean, I don't like doing React videos, and I'm not against them or whatever, but I don't really do them. Hold on. Sounds like your wife is a wonderful cook. Yeah, she is. She's a wonderful cook. So I don't eat, I don't really buy a lot of food when I'm out, when I'm working and stuff. So with that money, I go to the grocery store. So then we have all kinds of options for her to work with and stuff. Because if you buy food at the grocery store, you get a lot more for the money. And 199 in 11 hours on earn by time. Nice. That's awesome, Yusuf. You said Glory. I was thinking about Gloria Estefan, the Miami Sound Machine. Laura Brannigan. Okay. OG Sean White. Okay, I just got home. Would you like a breakdown of the day? Sure, dude. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'll make it where I can see it on the screen there. I'd love to hear how the day went, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Question to the DoorDash delivery drivers: choose where they deliver, or the company app choose. It gives you orders. It gives you orders and offers, and then you can choose to take them or not. But then there's like tier systems that give you incentives if you take more. So you have to be picky, but you could be picky, but you can't be. You have to decide how picky you want to be, and how that's going to affect you. And there's a lot of different strategies. I do it a certain way. My buddy Aaron's Gig does it a certain way. There's a guy on here, Tom Seven Figure. He might be live right now. Does it a certain way. You know, people do it differently. You know what I mean? People do it differently. The app chooses, and you have to accept each offer. Yeah. There's Aaron. He doesn't take very many. he's a cherry picker. So Tom is live right now. Cool. Uber Eats has their system. Yes, they do. 301. Sean White says he did 301.99 for the day. New career high of 12,072.43 for the week. Good job, brother. Thank you for sharing that. That should be of encouragement to many people who watch, who actually DoorDash. Those are great numbers. 301.99 for the day, 12.72, and this man has a regular job on top of that. He's got a regular job on top of that, guys. So think about that out there. If you're ready to start hustling, if you're hustling, if you're not hustling, if you're hustling, if you're thinking about hustling, working a little more. Sean's got a job, and then on top of that, he just did a $1,272 week on DoorDash. So if he can do it, he can do that. Guys, we can do a little bit more, right? So it's a motivator right there, dude. I got some good people that hang out in the chats over here, guys. You guys got to get with everybody. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different people doing it a lot of different ways, but let me turn this thing off. It's getting too much. But there's a lot of people doing it a lot of different ways, but I got some, like I said, really good people that are really, really solid, dude. And good work ethic and things like that. It also depends on the market, yeah. Me and Sean have been talking about it. I think his market has a higher hourly cap than mine. I guess I'm not going to probably get too into that or whatever right now, but the theory is that kind of it throttles you, and you, generally speaking, if you work enough hours, will probably get about the same hourly in your market. It'll probably work out to be about the same. My market, it's about $20 an hour. I think Sean's might be about 25, but still, I mean, what did he say? He said, I don't know he didn't say the hourly for the 301. How many hours did you work for the 301, Sean? If you don't mind. The minimum wage is 15 there. Yeah, my minimum, you know what the minimum wage is in North Carolina? $7.25. So DoorDash beats that every time, but the cap market hourly that DoorDash likes to do for my market, in other words, if I average out my hours, how I worked and how much I made, typically it averages out to about $20 an hour. So, yeah. Hustler Callie says that's crazy. Yep, there's people out here doing crazy things. If you think you're doing a lot, could probably do more. There's somebody, I mean, it doesn't mean you have to either. Everybody's driven and motivated for different purposes. They have different reasons why they're doing what they're doing. Um, you know, like, is the money ratio on getting online and talking about things on YouTube, like, does it always pay? No. Like my other channel, I do all that for free right now because it's not monetized, but I do it because everybody has different reasons and motivations for why they're doing things, right? Sometimes it's not about the money, but sometimes it might be about getting out of debt or maybe paying off a house or taking care of a family member or a loved one, whatever it is. People got different reasons for it, but the human is capable of a lot of things, when put into the situation or when given the mindset. Now, Sean's standard of living, or his, not standard of living, was it cost of living is higher, for example, where he lives than like it is for me. So the numbers have to be higher. They have to be. He's looking to see. PA John is $7 an hour minimum wage, but get 13 on earned by time. What's my other channel? Real Thoughts Project is my other channel, Optimus. Real Thoughts Project. I'll drop a link. Let me go see if I can find it. Since you asked. It's pretty easy to find, though. I made it to where it's like the first thing that comes up when you search that. I learned more about YouTube before I made the second channel than I did the first channel. Copy. Come back over here to the chat. You already subscribed? Oh. Dang. Maybe I didn't do that. Well, here we go. Minimum wage in Seattle is $21.30. It's crazy how different it is around the world. Do a video, AI, the new religion, and so AI social media. I mean, I do think that people have taken faith out of their life. So this opens up a gap for something like AI to come in and could be not. They're not going to look at it like it's a religion, but they will go to it for all their answers. They will go to it for their guidance. Yeah, it basically turns into a religion, right? So it will become. I do think that I probably will make a video about that. True story. Not too long ago, was offered a part in Hollywood. Just back from Vietnam, and picked up fruit in California. My husband. Oh, interesting. Long before the ability to put on a show. You were earned by offer. Yeah. Yeah, I like earned by offer. I do earn by offer more so. I've only ever done earn by time by accident. John, look up hour. Just subscribe to your other channel. Thank you, Coffee Mama. AI would be part of the beast system, probably. I mean, it seems like it, right? I don't know how else to look at it, but I mean, maybe. Now join Google, new AI. Oh, John, new. Shoot, can't read that. New AI chatbot on social media platform, and AI chatbot created their own religion in less than 24 hours last night. I don't doubt it. They're creating country songs. You know what I mean? And stuff like that, and people have fallen for it. The last days, I'm convinced of it. I mean, yeah, maybe, I mean, yeah. But what does that mean? Like, have a time frame on that is hard. Would be hard to know. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening for sure. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. There's a lot of things that are in the Bible, for example, that are very applicable and seem to make like quite a lot of that line up quite a bit with what we see out there in the world today. So that's true. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Did you ever say how many hours you worked, Sean? I think you say you're looking it up for 300. I am curious to know what that is. Oh, look up hourly breakdown. Oh, did you do a video on it? You should do a video on that, dude. You should do a video on your totals. Your totals are so good. 301 in 9 hours. 33 per hour. Dude, nice. Awesome. By the way, thanks for the 10 too, Sean. I just read that because I was like, dude, I just want to read the message first. But also thanks for the 10, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Big internet fist bump for Sean. If you guys aren't subscribed to Sean White, man, you're missing out, dude. He's got a great personality, and dude, he keeps me hyped up. No, I typed it and you missed it. Oh, my bad, dude. The chat does move. Sometimes it moves kind of fast. I do the best I can. Do you accept a gift? Give me a gift. I accepted it. I appreciate it. So yes, Hustler Callie, I accept gift. But I also like to return the favor. Guys, you guys need to go check out OG Sean White, dude. Just search it up, OG Sean White. Let me search it up and see if it actually comes up that way. I'm going to search it up and see if it actually comes up that way. David says that's awesome. Yeah, it is, dude. Sean's killing it, man. He really is. The Massachusetts market, yeah. Well, I got to go to YouTube first. See, I just kind of want to know. I haven't had to search for it. See, OG Sean White. Yeah, dude, if you just search OG Sean White, either all one word. Let me try it with the spaces as well. But if you do all one word, it's the first thing that comes up. If you do it not all one word, it's not the first thing that comes up. So when you guys search for OG Sean White, just search OG Sean White, just like you see in the chat, but all one word. It's the first one that comes up, and it'll look just like it looks like there in the chat. I want you guys all to hook up over there. He's got 123 subscribers now, bro. Dude, it feels like yesterday we were just talking about and you had 34 subscribers. That's awesome, dude. I love seeing that. Did I tell you I hit 14,000 deliveries on Uber Eats and all I got was a thank you email? How about some money? I hear you, dude. I have over 15,000 on Doordash and they've never given me anything like for it. I mean, they've never even acknowledged it. They never even said thank you, I don't think. I try to avoid my true stories. It just gets worse with the paranormal. I hear you. Sean is in Massachusetts, yeah. Does John, OG Sean White, do per offer? He does per offer, yeah. Dash in Worcester yesterday. I have to go to Boston. They had peak pay all day. Yeah, you guys are close. David and Sean White are close, aren't you? I think you guys are in a very similar area. Do Quincy, Braintree area. Yeah, see, I don't know any of that stuff. I know none of those places, but yeah, you guys know though, right? So David and Sean are close, I think, because they can talk about the same markets, the same areas. 60 miles from my house, Boston. Yeah. Did earn by time one time, and that was when it was snowing, 25 an hour. Yeah, you told me about that. Suburbs of Boston. Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. We got Boston people in the house. So Sean's got that classic Boston accent. It's great, dude. I love hearing him doing his shorts from the car. And I like hearing about you guys' progress and stuff too, the days that you have, you know. Everybody kind of comes in and reports. That's one of the things I appreciate about this channel. Connecticut in the building. Nice. Connecticut. Coffee mama. I don't have an accent. You do. I don't have an accent. You do. I talk like right. Yeah, me too, man. I just talk like a normal person from North Carolina. From North Carolina. I just talk like a normal human being, but you do too. But we're from different places. Hartford is a great market too. Yeah. I don't know any of these places. Sean was in Connecticut last week. Dude, I've never gone to any of those places. I think the highest up I've ever been was like Pennsylvania. I need to go up north, but I'm not doing it in the winter. I'm not doing it right now, dude. Guys, there's snow all around me and I don't like it. I don't want to have all the snow, that you guys have. I'm not trying to go through all that. So if I ever visit the areas that you guys are talking about right now, like ever in my life, I hope that it's in the summertime. I'll come up that way and visit the northern states. I do want to visit them because I want to go. It would be nice to go to every state. I kind of think I want to do that at some point in time. But yeah, the northern ones I'm gonna do in the summertime when I do it. I'll do a short video of what we still have. It's not melted at all. There's still snow-covered roads. Man, yeah. Most of the roads, Sean, from yesterday, well, at least my main road is almost clear from yesterday. And you saw me. I was trying to channel my inner Sean White driving in the snow yesterday. I was like, yeah, I'm not used to it though. I only do it like 2 or 3 times a year. About 4 inches of snow on the ground here. Sean, what do you work suburbs? Good tips. There are still cars buried in the snow from last week. Wow. Okay, yeah. So, like Sean was saying earlier on his live, I think he said something on his live stream. But yeah, there was like 100 car pile up over near Charlotte, in North Carolina, on 85 on the highway, which sucks. I get on 85 a lot, but I don't get on it there. It's up here. But when I go to Charlotte, I could go, or when I go that direction, I just hop on 85 and I go a lot of the way on that highway, actually. Years ago, we're told the North Shore of Chicago has the most minimal accent. A rich area where lived for years may have been an insult. Okay. 50 degrees this week. Yeah, I hope we do get 50 degrees this week. Coffee Mama knows where Hartford is. Yes, if I do mostly shop and deliver, and that's where I feel you make the most money, but you got to earn pro shop, high paying orders. That's true. That's true. That's the thing I don't do that a lot of you guys do, but some people don't do it too and do pretty well. So maybe that's the cap, $20. Maybe it could go up if you added shopping. Oh, maybe I would have to try that, man. Should I try it? Should I try the shopping one day? Guys, we've been going for like 3 hours. I feel they know I do that, so I get mostly those offers. Hardly get food orders. Interesting. Shop and deliver. Never have the items. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the stores, right? And the time of the year and situation. I used to do shopping. Your accent is minimal, if at all. No, that makes sense. I've been all over, and I grew up around all kinds of people, so that's why my accent is probably minimal. Yeah, there's people that I can do a North Carolina accent, but it's not. I don't have it as strong as a lot of people. You getting 50 degrees this week? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, if you don't take time to find the item, it hurts. Yeah, shopping is weird. I'm not a fan of shopping, but I think you do make more money. What I said about the accent was a joke. I hope you know that. Oh no, I'm good, dude. Amy said something too. And I know I don't have like a strong North Carolina accent. I know a lot of people that do. But I don't know. I grew up in an era of, watching movies and hanging out also with I have a lot of people from all around. My friends were from all over. So I'm kind of I don't know, just I didn't ever have to pick up like a strong accent. But some people would say that I do though. Like some people would say like that I do have somewhat of an accent, but probably not much. I have my own I sound like me. So I have my own accent. Hate when the items are out of stock. That's annoying to get the replacement. Yeah. You gotta wait. You gotta figure out the substitute. Do they still put substitutions like that you can use that the customer says you can use? Because when I used to do it, they would say like, you can substitute this or this, like customer selected substitutions. You grew up in the burbs, John? I grew up in the woods. Yes, if I grew up in the woods. Sometimes, but I call them right away. Yeah, I agree, dude. Yeah, that's my time is money on that. The faster you can get it resolved, the better. I used to do it on overnights when I was overnight. That's the last time I shopped. Doing overnight Doordash, and sometimes people would answer, sometimes they would not. Sometimes you have video gamers. I had a lot of people that were video gamers, and because I would go into like CVS or whatever, and I would get they would get like 4 Red Bulls and like some chips and stuff like that, and I would go to deliver it, and sometimes depending on the type of order or whatever, but like they'd be like playing video games and stuff. They'd be like, hey man, so they come out to get those Red Bulls immediately once they saw us down the street. And that's not every time, but a lot of times that happened. But when that's the case, they're not always answering the phone. That's my point. Boston, New York. Yeah, seems like a lot of people are connected to Boston. That's interesting. I'm gonna go say hi to Aaron. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna get off here so I can go over there too. Actually, Rosby on your ears. One speed 56. What's up? How you doing? One feed speed 56. Yeah, I've been live for 3 hours. I've been on here. We ain't been doing nothing but like just talking this whole time, but it's been great. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Got 100 people in the house still. So I think I'm gonna head out, guys. I am gonna end the stream, I guess. I'm probably gonna go hang out in Aaron's a little bit too. And yeah, do some stuff around the house. So anybody has any questions or whatever, feel free to ask them now before or forever hold your peace until like tomorrow. You know what I mean? Connected, we also have Instacart. Just delivered, yeah. Instacart's very popular here. Who's Aaron? Aaron's Gig. Aaron's Gig. He's in here all the time. You can look that up. Raka says, good night, man. Good night to you as well. And thanks for stopping in and thanks for the comments. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time as well. I don't take it for granted. Always stay in communication with a shopper. Yeah, that's smart, HB. Glad we solved the pyramid mystery. I know, right? Well, it's not completely solved, but we'll get back to it in a future episode. We'll probably get back to it on an episode on the Real Thoughts project. How about that? We'll delve deep into the pyramids. Yeah, at Aaron's Gig. That's it. David's got it right there. So I'm gonna go do that, guys, as well. So y'all go check him out. Glad we got it solved. The geometry of the earth. Yeah. It's an interesting one, But hey, I'm always down to have the conversation. So anyway, yeah, David, I'm gonna do a little shout out real quick to my supporters. Let's see. Oh, and we'll talk about this more in the future, but a lot of people have asked me about memberships. And I feel weird charging money for stuff. So I've been wrestling with this whole issue, but a lot of people have asked me, so I will be trying to work on something for that. But I have a lot of I'll have to work in an extra 30 minutes a day to figure out what I'm going to do for that until I figure out what I'm going to do for that. Until then, we'll just keep rocking and rolling the way we are going. But anyway, I want to shout out these people who have supported the stream. OG Sean White, as you guys know, OG Sean White again, Texas Girl, OG Sean White, and Reed Jones. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and helps keep the wheels rolling. Keep me coming on this live streams and being here for you guys. You guys show up for me, so that lets me know I need to show up for you. And so I appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every single one of you watching. I'm gonna get off the stream here. If you want to go over to Aaron's Gig, I'll probably pop in there and chat a little bit over there. And yep. So with that said, guys, I hope I'm back on the road tomorrow. We'll see if the DoorDash app lets me do that. I think I'm doing great. I appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Thank you, George L. Have a great night. Yep, you as well. So, yeah, everybody, with that said, like I said, I'm trying to be back on the road tomorrow. I need to try to do some stuff on the other channel as well to keep that going. I want to keep that growing. Let's grow that one too. You know what I mean? So I need, we'll work on my watch hours and stuff. Maybe we'll do some of these live streams like this over there. I'll have to make some time for it because usually I'm working. So we'll do that, guys. All right. I appreciate each and every single one of you. That said, Lord willing, see you tomorrow. Catch you on the next one. No.